Gather round, adventurers bold in the realm where tales unfold. The podcast of heroes, a quest divine, where imagination takes flight. Let's combine. Roll the dice, let the story begin. Monsters and magic, the battles within. From dragons to dungeons, a thrilling ride. Action Surge podcast, where legends collide. Action Surge, it's time to embark on a podcast journey where dungeons fall. Venture forth with warriors true in the world of D&D. We welcome you. Action Surge, it's time to embark on a podcast journey where dungeons fall. Venture forth with warriors true in the world of D&D. We welcome you.
All right.
Live can be. Anyway,
How you doing our introduction, sir? You sent it to me and I lost what.
I am. I will do that that beautiful intro that was, Okay. I will do the intro of mediocrity.
Oh, please do, sir. Okay, it's the
You cannot mediocrity. You cannot mediocrity to the mediocrities, or I don't know, something. Hail and well met, adventurers! Welcome to the realm of imagination and dice rolls. Action Surge, where epic tales unfold, dragons breathe fire, and heroes rise against the darkness. Join us as we embark upon a journey through the fantastical world of Dungeons and Dragons. So grab your dice, sharpen your wits, and prepare to immerse yourself in a story where anything is possible. We'll tell tales of valor, weave stories that will echo through the ages, and talk a lot of rubbish, because the action starts now.
well,
Take it away,
hello.
Joe.
So last session we did some downtime and we didn't kind of discuss a couple things as I went back and watched the last session. So I want to start by just kind of clarifying a couple things and giving a rundown of where we have been and where we're at. So we're gonna so Brian, was you planning on burning the candle at both flames and working the Dre job during
Yes.
the three? Okay,
As
so,
much as is possible, yes.
Okay, so yes. Okay. And then we had talked and I had asked if you had agreed to hire Lungri's cousin, and you said yes. And I have to ask you, you're going to be paying these two halfling girls to be preparing the physically cleaning and getting things set up and make, all that stuff for the 3 weeks, doing what they can. Are you going to pay them poorly or a little bit better than poorly? I doubt you're going to pay them as much as Tato makes a week, but
I will try to pay them well.
okay. So we'll have to consider that, and I'll ask you again at some point.
Yep.
Don't you have to just pay half each because they're halflings?
Okay. So, now, the other thing you're going to need is to find a cook. You do know that the halflings came from an inn that recently burned down. So there's the potential of having them reach out when you get closer to your opening date. So that's what I wanted to know. During the last session, I'm going to give you a rundown of the some information from downtime. Tato, I would like to start with you.
Yes.
You did, however, have a bad situation with a well-fed and well-dressed and well-spoken human who was after a silver gravy bowl. That did actually happen. Um, you do want to pay close attention to the period of time, the forges you were working in. You were stuck with members of a couple dwarven clans you're not familiar with. They're really small clans, as far as you can tell, called the Black Shield and the Goat Runner clans.
Okay.
Okay. Pretty
Now,
easy.
how much would that silver gravy boat be worth?
Don't worry about it. It was already included into the stuff.
Okay.
Okay. That's part of that was your
So-
bad week.
So
Your bad week
I
was
figured
that guy.
we'd pay them like a modest lifestyle, Joe.
Okay. So we'll worry about how much that is later.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Laja and Zaid, I want to give you your information for your 2 weeks there. That first week, Naja, you didn't make no contacts, right? So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the first week you guys did the lower class place, right? And then there you had you ran into an apprentice shipwright. I have a name for him, Brian. And a pair of females, a half elf female and a human female. Your natural 20 was when you met the human. Her name is Sunflower, and she introduced you at another point. So I can give you their names. You ain't got to worry about them right now unless you want them.
Okay, yeah, the halflings. Is that what you're saying?
All three of them. All three of these. So it's the first one, the human apprentice shipwright. His name is Kurt.
Wait.
Kirk.
K-R-
K-R-
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, Kirk.
First, Jaffers.
Sorry, I missed that one.
FF, yep. ERS.
FFERS is. Oh, that's the second one.
No, that's the shipwright, the human apprentice. He's an
Oh.
apprentice shipwright.
I thought it was Kirk.
That's Kirk. That's his last name.
Oh, Kirk first.
Yes, Kirk is his first name. Jaffers is his last name.
Oh wait, I didn't even catch that. Jaffers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought you. I just caught FFERS.
Oh, yep. Kirk Jaffers.
I thought it was Kirk first.
I know. My bad. Sorry.
Okay.
I should pronounce. I should.
Okay.
You know.
There, that's better. I know.
All right. Then your natural 20 was a half elf girl named Sunflower, and then she introduced you to her friend Janik Monroe, and she's a human female, and then are all your lower class contacts you acquired.
Oh, okay. And these are what was the what was the human the other human that you
Janice Monroe.
okay from carousing.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So
Schmoozing.
I'm
the
going to put
next
that on my
week of browsing, there was a festival during. Right. So first week was there. Or no way, that was the third. Yeah. There was a festival, Troll Tide. And the you meet during Troll Tide, Brian, you meet a human named Givba, Givba,
GIVBA.
Yamana, Yamanna.
Okay. Give by ye mana, and it is a human.
He's a human, and his wife's name is Candy. she's probably from the area. Like she's probably from Waterdeep. He's not. He's a foreigner. And he's Flaja. It was that night that you accidentally stepped up and talked to Givba a little inappropriately, and his wife did not like it. So yes, you got the jealous housewife.
Ooh.
It's not my problem if she's jealous.
Okay.
I'm just what I am.
And then that last week you have another holiday, which is Guild Holiday. Oh, you meet them too on their anniversary, and they're right. You're doing an event at a show, and da da da. Anyhow, and then the
Oh,
last
you're married to her? Oh,
middle class contacts. I'm gonna start with both of you have this contact, and that's Sheila Purple Cloak. It's a human female. She's middle class. You're not really sure what she does. She was a little vague about it.
Who is this that has this contact?
Both of you.
Oh,
both of us.
Zayd and
Yes.
Laja? Again,
Yeah.
what was
'Cause
the
you
last
guys
name
know
on her?
the same people, basically.
What was her last name?
Purple Cloak.
Purple Quilt?
Cloak.
Cloak.
Oh, Purple
Is
Cloak.
she?
Okay.
Is she? Does she have indeed a purple cloak?
No, but she does have red hair and freckles.
All right.
Pickles.
A ginger. Kill it.
And both of you will also have this next contact. Oh, I think you'll have the same three. This man, his name is Benjamin Overstreet. He is a human guard, like for the city, like a guard.
Is it
Do we
over-
assume
is
one
it-
of the things?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
Go ahead.
Rich.
I was just saying, can we assume that we let them know one of the things in our schmoozing? Hey, come by and check out. We're opening up, in a couple weeks. Make sure, is that part of our schmoozing that happens?
I'm glad you brought that up, and ask me again when I complete answering, giving out these contacts and completing last week's information.
All right, I'll write that down.
Quick question, Joe. Is it Overstreet like over, or is it
Yes,
Oberstreet
over-
like Germanic? Okay, got it.
It's over like in Dunn Street.
English, not Germanic. Got it.
And then when you're ready,
Ready? I'm ready.
the last one is a half-working food critic that goes by the name Matt Black Tusk.
Is it MAC or MACK?
MAC is fine.
Mac Black Tusk.
Yes. All right.
And I'm putting in there because like the appropriate people can also put those in there, on your bio page if you'd like.
Okay, which one was mine? The Jaffers?
I don't know who all had what. I know I had the first three. Well, I know I have all of these, right? That's
Oh,
correct,
okay.
Joe.
Yeah, you had all them contact.
And Laja also has
Has
Sheila
all but
and
husband and
Benjamin.
wife.
What?
Has all but husband and wife. So all but Givba and Kassar. Except
Okay.
Kassar is pissed off at her. You know what I mean? So they're not her contact.
So Candy is pissed off at her. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's her bad role.
Okay.
And then
Um,
her husband's not her contact because he can't be her friend.
So which one do any of these? Does Tato have any of these?
No, Tato does know about the Black Shield and the Goat Runner clans.
Okay.
That's information he needs to know.
Okay. Black Shield. Here, I'll put them in here for you, John. Black Shield and what?
Okay. Goat Runner.
Goat Runner.
Okay.
Okay. And then just copy and paste
What
those.
Okay.
All right, and I'm all set with that stuff.
Okay. So it is when you guys wake up. Okay, it's Friday morning. Or no wait, you go out Friday night, carousing, finishing your last week of carousing. Saturday morning, it's the 20th. It's dragging down, but everybody forgot because the only one who knows is Brian's character Zayd, and he's been super busy and been really kind of doing stuff. Okay. However, I am going to allow each of you to give me your charisma scores real quick, please. Um, you give them a date you're going to open? Like, there's 10 days left in this month, and then the next month starts. And the next month starts with a bang, guys. There's party on the first, the second's a regular day, then there's 3 days shield meet. Oh wait. Yeah,
I'd say we'd probably
there's
open
a
on
day off, and then there's another festival. Or Soren, that's not shield meet, it's Soren. There's so Midsummer, Soren, and then Lyra's Night are all coming up. Oh, Founders Day's right there too.
I'd say we'd probably plan to open on the first of the month.
Yeah.
I will. If you guys can also zoom in on this, but I'm gonna show this to you guys as a visual reference for the months.
Thank you, sir.
And it is Kythorn, correct? Summer, like around summer.
Yep, but the after next week you'll be in Flame Roll.
Flame
Yeah,
roll.
Flame
Yeah,
Roll.
Flame
flame
roll.
roll. So, oh yeah, because Midsummer you just said was coming up.
Yep. Midsummer, and then that's right there before the first, right? Midsummer's the first one, and then at the end of the month, every fourth, you'll shield mild, I think. But I'm not, I might be
No,
wrong.
it'd be the
on
other
that.
way. It'd be the other way.
Midsummer's at the end of the month.
Yeah, Midsummer's at the end of the month.
Okay. About
And
I don't.
Shield meet is there, but it's only once every 4 years. So is this
Yeah.
the year? This is the year. It'll be Shield meet will probably be celebrated on the like the day after, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
Day
okay.
before or day after.
We'll assume it and worry about it when it is.
Okay. I think we
Very
should
strange
open up,
holidays.
if we can. We should try to open up the thing just before the end of the month, and have a grand opening on like near the beginning of the next month, or like what I'm saying, like on Midsummer or something like that. So we open for a few days, or like
Right.
a 10-day maybe even before Midsummer, and then we have a grand opening, like advertise a grand opening type of thing on Midsummer type of thing.
Is it even possible to get this all done by that time?
That's a good
Well,
question.
Here's the thing. So the two halflings have been hard at work, like everything's set. The problem is you guys keep going through the rats are getting into stuff, okay? And so you've already wasted 27 gold pieces worth of supplies from rat damage. You definitely need to get an exterminator in here. But you could technically open without a cook if you just had bar staff. But I mean, you could probably hire the if you ask the halfling girls. I mean, like they might suggest printing and hiring someone to go out and throw flyers for a grand opening and a not hiring and type of thing.
Well, since these rats aren't going to be served to the fatted calf, so to speak, I suppose we should get rid of them.
Okay,
And they're not going to pay. They're not going to be patrons. So
Yeah, I suppose. They are definitely causing money issues, so we don't want them around, I suppose. Especially if we're not going to make money off them by cooking them and serving them to the rich folk.
Yes. No, we don't. We're not going to do that. We need to get rid of them. The traps and the poison isn't working, so we need to get an exterminator.
So where do we
Yeah,
find us a rat catcher or exterminator?
I would check with our bard who lives in this area. Zayd, do you know of any where you get a rat catcher?
Check
Probably
myself.
probably have
I
a-
don't hang in places that have rats normally.
I'm sure there's a guild.
Oh,
There's
there's always
millions
a
of guilds
guild.
for everything.
There's guilds for
Yes,
everything.
but guilds cost money.
We
Um,
could give him a discount at the grand opening.
Oh yes. Oh, see, Laja is such a genius. I always like her input because see we could offer drinks, watered down drinks, mind you, but we could offer drinks
Brian,
to.
could you stop talking and keep moving your mouth and finish what you're saying without saying any words? Because when you're doing that, that's what you see because your conversations are interrupted by a huge amount of noise outside. On the street outside on Sarah Doan Street there, which is the street the alleys off of.
Okay.
It's like music and it's shouting and a bunch of excitement seems to be going outside basically right outside the alley, which is
Let's go find out what's going on.
all right. So there's the group of you, the three of you, go outside. You ain't seen Elric or Socks actually for a couple days, but
No wonder there's so many rats. Where's the cat?
So, the halflings, they follow you out because they're curious too. And they're like, oh, we forgot. We've been so busy cleaning and getting this place ready. There's a big parade, like a big parade. And I got the instruction, or the description information right here. Give me just 1 second as I open it up. So.
Are you going to do a con Zaid?
Oh, we have the halfling for this. We'll ask them. Hey, does the cook where you work are they a good cook?
All right. Celebrate the lighting bonfires and various attempts to calm dragon kind. In Waterdeep, this involves parades with floats that convey effigies made of flammable materials through the city that are burned at the end, accumulating in the burning of an effigy of a red dragon on Mount Waterdeep. Twice over. Tradition dictates winners of the Field of Triumph a month ago, jockey and horse alike represent brave heroes that triumphed over that red dragon long ago.
Yay!
So there's a big parade going on, and it's going to be going on all day. It's like a big party day. If you're open to it,
Yay!
as these parades just kind of wander through these streets with these big paper and combustible.
And you say they're marching down the street right by our street.
Yeah, right now there's a whole big parade of like it's a big paper dragon with like 30 people marching with it, playing tambourines and singing and drums and horns, and you know what I mean?
Quickly, someone get some swill out here.
Get some what?
Swill out here.
Oh,
There's no swill.
Do we have any?
Swill?
Remember you had a swill problem? That's why Elric got sick a few weeks ago. They're still trying to rebuild it up. You haven't had patrons to build it up. I mean, you guys can pour some in, but there ain't going to be much when you try to do it. It takes time to build a swill barrel.
Oh, we have the good stuff in the cellar. Go get something. Let's
do.
sell some stuff to the patrons as they walk by.
We have some wine and stuff in the cellar, right?
Yeah, you do got your supplies for your grand opening in the cellar, but I mean,
Oh yeah, that's for the grand opening.
I say, maybe we should do an impromptu grand opening right now. Elijah had a great idea. I mean, again, because she did say something about a con, and though this wouldn't exactly be a con, perhaps we could be an official parade stop for parade off-goers.
Could you put some table? Could our halfling friends put some tables out here on our porch so that we're visible, and we could maybe just for, like sell wine by the glass for ridiculous amount, whatever that would be, couple gold pieces.
well, okay, cool. So you guys want to do that right now? Absolutely. Would you like to help getting the chairs and maybe having the halflings bring chairs, have the halfling bring chairs, and you guys bring tables since you're probably sponsoring the little halfling girls who work for you?
Yeah, we'll do that, and
Yes.
and get outside kind of thing, like set up like an impromptu thing outside and kind of see the sights while we're out there. Kind of keep an eye on like the parade going by, and kind of motion over. Hey, come stop in and have a drink. You know, like it's warm and you're thirsty. You know.
Okay.
Do you know how to, Zayd? Do you know how to shill? Could you shill them over here?
Okay, hold on. I have
John, is
some.
your camera down on purpose?
I'll fix it. My
Okay.
my daughter and son just walked through, so they kind of like messed with
Bumped
it.
it. That's fine.
So you take a few moments. You start pulling some tables and chairs out on the table, right? Okay. People are going by. There's people out there. There are a number of roles that the three of you can attempt to take right now. Someone can attempt to bartend. Someone can attempt to run a management, which you don't really need at the second. Someone could be entertainment and or promotion. I would suggest a little bit of both right there for a moment. Try to get some people in, and then someone could choose a security thing. Would any of you try to take one of them roles?
I will have Zayd be the entertainer / promoter.
Yep, that's me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Teo, which do you want to be? Because I can be either.
I will be bartender.
I'll be security.
do you have a skill that would give you bartending, sir? Brewing equipment or anything?
No.
Okay. All right. So I am going to have to. Okay. Thank you. None of you do actually. I already checked, so I'm not going to be rude. Ulrich did, but he's sick. Anyhow.
I was gonna say Elijah at least probably has sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, let Laja be the bartender. I will be security.
That's
I
fine.
guess.
I
Okay.
can do the thing with cocktail with flipping stuff around.
If you limit it to just like wine or something really simple, and you ain't, I won't make any penalties. I'll just let you make a straight check, because if you're trying to mix drinks, you don't know how, and I can't allow it. Just can't. Just for a reason, because you.
Everything. If Elijah tries to mix drinks, everything tastes like mushrooms. Tastes like Underdark mushrooms.
What's wrong with that?
Things you got lots of, like there's some wine you got lots of, and there's an ale you have a lot of, or whatever, I'm sure. So I was just going to do some bartending. So let's start with giving me a roll there, Brian, for promotion. So you're going to either do a intelligence investigation check, a wisdom insight check, or a charisma-based performance persuasion check.
Okay, let me do performance. So I'm doing my persuasion based on performance, basically, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. 23.
Can I ask you what your charisma modifier is?
3.
3?
Yeah, only 3.
That's fine. And then, Laja, you have 0 charisma modifier?
Correct.
Tato?
John?
My charisma modifier.
Yes.
Just me a second. Zero.
0? Perfect,
Yep.
thank you. All right, okay, so you're gonna do that, you scored it, 23? All right, that's really good, I like it, thank you. And then the rest of you are kind of scrambling to get set up while Laja's trying to get a couple bottles of wine and stuff, okay? So you managed to, and 23, I'm going to say, I lost I have too many things open, and I keep. Oh, there it is. That's why I can't find it. All right. Nice. You managed to get the tables out. You were going to pull in a group of people, like 5 or 6 people, kind of like right away come over, and they're like, yeah, we'll take. What do you got? You know what I mean? And the waitresses are like, well, we got some wine coming up out of the cellar right now. And people are, so there's like 5 customers right away come up ordering some more. All right. And I'm not going again. I know why, though, because my paperwork's underneath the thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would say you're also echoing a little bit through Shay's speakers too.
Okay. Um, so yeah, so some people immediately come up. Uh, Laja's going to get some stuff, right? Laja, can I just need one check on this as a bartending or whoever's doing the bartending, the sleight of hand check you want to make?
You know, I was wondering if the sleight of hand for doing it or for just trying to make sure that it's there and more of a lifting stuff up would be an athletics check might be also possible since it's not fancy. It's pouring that, but it's kind of which do you want?
Let me look and see what ones are available. Okay, I'm using someone else's like stuff here, so I'm kind of trying to not be unfair about it. Yeah, it's got to. You can do the sleight of hand, you can do insight, or you can do performance or persuasion.
I'd like to give him guidance.
It's only is it. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I don't do that at all.
All right, well, let's just.
You got none of them?
I have, as far as proficiency, nope. I have decent, and of course, I have my standard crap roll. There we go. There's a big 6.
Oh, shit. I tried to help.
That's my. I know. Thanks, John.
It's not so bad, okay? With your role, what you end up doing is exactly what you said you was going to end up doing. Really, just logging up and kind of dumping it in glass, right? You're not really too well doing on the chat. You just whatever. But you do enough. You serve the purpose, okay? Brian rolled really good, so that helps. And then, John, did you want to try to take one of them rolls somehow?
What, sleight of hand?
Well, I mean, if the bartender role is already taken,
I'll do security. I'll just be a big dragon born standing there looking tough.
all right, give me either an athletics, an intimidation, or a persuasion check. What'd you get?
13.
13, nice. Okay, I'm looking at another page to get my information here, so I'm not looking at your rolls when I'm doing this particular thing. That's it. All right, so by the time it's all said and done, he stands up there, he gets his little security position going. You get some drinks out. Zayd's getting some people pulled in. You get a total of 18 people come rolling up in, which is pretty good. You sell a couple drinks to each of them. We'll just average it out. Say some people take it more, some people get less. Couple drinks each. So we'll just say like 2 drinks each. Out of 17 people, I mean that's 34 drinks. So what are you charging for your cheap wine?
Cheap wine, I'd say probably 3 coppers a cup.
Is that okay? What's the standard thing? Do you know?
I can look it up if you want.
I mean, it's kind of like we're there on the spot. There's a little bit of
a pitcher is usually about 2 silver.
Okay, so this would be. It depends how small we're doing. If we're doing cups,
Yeah.
I mean, we can charge a premium because it's right there. And
That's
it's,
true.
I would say if we're doing
the place.
4 cups, a mug of ale because you brought some ales up, and then wine. There's like 2 silver for a pitcher. Yeah, Brian already pulled it up. He's way faster than me, but I forgot the ale.
What I was gonna say is, if we're doing cheap wine, we could probably do it like for 1 silver pitcher. You know? What I'm saying?
Yeah. But he said cups, so that's why I was thinking.
Well, look at your party treasure and see what wine you got. You got cheap wine or expensive wine?
Expensive.
It's snowing out.
So what do we do? What do we do? We water it down? If we're gonna do that, or
Yeah, if we're gonna make it cheap, we're probably watering it down.
Well,
gonna be hot.
It'll sell. You're gonna get the sales. What do you
right,
guys
well,
good one?
and if it's expensive wine, then maybe we sell it at a premium, like somebody
Yeah.
suggested. Was that Rich?
Yeah, we can sell it at a premium. So we
You
can,
rolled
Joe?
really good, Ryan. And you know what I mean. He's only pouring it, so it don't really matter. Like what barmaids are bringing it out, right?
Sage, you'd know more about the pricing of it since you're from Waterdeep and it's more expensive wine.
Yeah. So five gold pieces, 5 gold pieces for a bottle of wine. So I would think, you know, maybe a gold piece per pitcher or something. I don't know. Something.
Perfect. Add it to the treasury. All right.
Yeah,
So
watering down south is easy if you do it beforehand. It's really tough to do it if you're doing
On
it
the
right on the
fly.
site.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, here's your wine. Here's some water with it.
Right, but we probably wouldn't be watering it down. We'd probably be watering it down with juice since it's wine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
perfect. All right. So let's move on for a second. All right. So Shay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So you just left your duty as a member of Waterdeep's Wizards Watch thing. I can't remember what it's called right now. I don't feel like looking it up. I tried finding it a minute ago because I realized I didn't remember. But your friend had given you some directions, and you're following them directions. He gave you a letter to give to his friend. His friend's name is wrote on the letter. It's sealed with a wax seal and all that. Really impressive. You met him while investigating, hunting down a wizard that was had been using illegal magics in the city. You part of the investigation. He was assigned to the same group you were under the investigator. So you worked with him for a few weeks, and now you've come here because you're done, and you have no place to go. So you've been following it, and there's a lot of people on the street in the area, and you know where to go, and you come around the corner to where it's at. He described it as an old, beat-up, old manor house, but that's not what's going on. There must be a party. There's a bard jamming some music on a lyre?
Yep.
Right?
A lute. Yep.
Right? A lute. There's a dragonborn up there kind of standing up working kind of like a security guard situation. What kind of dragonborn are you? Bronze or
Silver.
silver? Okay, thank you. Let me continue my description here. There's 2 halfling barmaids, and there's a various assortment of different races, elves, dwarves, whatever, around drinking wine and ale. There is also serving to the you won't see her because she'll be inside with that, and they ain't bringing people inside at the moment unless you're opening up the interior too.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. All right. So that's what you see walking up. So what would you like to do, Shay, first? So this is the address you were given.
Hey. I usually have to make those decisions.
Would you like a suggestion? I would just walk up to the guy who looks like security.
Maybe ask him what's going on.
Okay.
I mean, he is a silver dragonborn, and you are a silver dragon blood sorcerer too. Okay. So, would you describe yourself, please, Shay, real quick?
Okay. He calls me by my real name Shay, but my character in this show is called Latin. And
I'll get used to it.
I am a high elf who is a draconic mage because somewhere down in my line a silver dragon blessed my bloodline power.
Yep. What does she look like? That's that's the only important thing right now.
Well, I have silver hair,
Okay. Wonderful.
light tan skin,
Okay.
and I wear very colorful outfits.
Perfect. Wonderful. What's the most prominent color on your outfit, please?
I think it's green.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. And do you wear I assume you got your bag with your military gear and all your stuff that you came to Waterdeep with to serve here to learn, right? Because you have a soldier background. Yeah, all right. So Tato, you see this young lady walking up to you. She looks unsure. She has a letter in her hand with a seal. Would you please make a perception check for me, sir?
Sure thing.
You notice that the letter has a red wax seal on it. But she steps up to you. What would you like to say to the big, intimidating-looking dragonborn in front of you?
How well do you know the other people in this town?
Not very well. We just got here like a month or so ago.
Let me interrupt. That is a very good sign for you because your friend said that him and his friend only recently came to town a month ago, and he, for whatever reason, quickly joined signed up for a 6-month tour. So this is a good sign for you. So you this might be who you're looking for, even. You don't speak the language that the letter's written in, or the name written on it is in, though? I don't know. Maybe you do. It's something that Tato speaks, though.
I think she does. Maybe
I
if
speak
if
Draconic.
it's draconic, yeah.
Okay, so that you know the name is Tato, but you don't know his name is Tato. And it's not actually Tato. It's what is it? Something
Tadeo.
Stonehammer.
Tadeo.
Directed Tadeo Stoneheimer.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the whole name. So you ain't got to try to pronounce that, but you can, hey, so I got a letter for this guy. Okay. And in fact,
I'm looking for a certain person who might have also arrived around that same time.
Me and my friends arrived about that time. Do you know the person that you're looking for?
What was the name again?
Directa Tadeo.
Director Tadeo Stonehammer.
Director Teo Stonehand.
That's me.
your friend just called him Tato.
Don't call me Tato.
Call him Tato. It's fun. Bling 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 bling.
Sure, whatever you say, Teo.
Do you hand him the letter?
I'm a soldier. I'm not scared.
Do you hand him the letter? Yes. Yes.
This is
I
some
look
old
her.
friend of yours.
I'll take the letter and I'll hold it in her hand and I'll look at her in the eyes and I say, "You should be." May the blessings of Bahamut be upon you.
Oh, that's a big deal. He's a priest of the dragon, good dragon lord. That's interesting. We'll think about that for a moment. So this letter is addressed to you, Tato. It does have a seal that you may make the best check you possibly got to try to figure out what this is. That's what you got, dude. And you can have advantage on it, Paul. You can have advantage on it.
Medicine check.
What? In fact, if you fail it, you can even have an inspiration.
I will use insight.
All right. You motherfucker.
And I'll use my inspiration.
You had advantage. I told everyone we can't curse until later in the game because who's the first one getting me swearing? John.
Inspiration. John has that effect on people. So.
I'll use advantage.
You got your advantage, so roll one more time. Look at
There
that.
you go.
Much better. Look at that. This appears to be the seal of Kiro, your dear friend.
Oh, Kira.
Do you open the letter?
I will open the letter.
Okay. So the letter says here, and it says your full name. My dearest friend, I am sorry to have disappeared on you so suddenly. La da 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 da. Super long explanation that makes no sense, but goes into talking about some book he read that you don't even care about. But finally, you find out he joined up with the Wizards part of the Guard Watch, and had become friends with this person, and they had gotten out and had sent them because he knew that you were sorely in need of, someone of magical powers, and this one he'd obviously trusted and I felt would be able to replace him until he can return, and be able to help you out a little bit,
Oh, okay.
So that's and it gives you her full name and all that, because Kiro, he's very flourishable and if he
Yep.
was playing, I would have a whole letter from him. I should have thought ahead and text him and had him wrote a letter, but I didn't get everything. If I would have had this thought to like 3 days ago, I probably would have had a letter for you. But I just thought about that like today. I was like, I know how I'll add that one in. All right, so now you have that character. This character has now come up, and you are free to introduce them to the rest of the thing. People are starting to filter out at this point because the parade's moved on, and another parade's on another street a little ways over. Well, the people are just like parading their stuff all over town until evening when they do the official parade. You know what I mean? So
Right.
and there's following stuff around and stuff.
I will tell her.
The main
Hang out here for a minute, and I'll introduce you to the group once we get to start clearing up here.
the mage Civlar. That's
Nyla.
the wizard group. All right. So
I missed what Shay said there.
Lala.
Oh, Lila.
Lila.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
Shay,
right.
one thing you need to know is when you start talking, the very first thing you say, the first sound you make, the mic generally doesn't pick up. So you have to you can't just say no or just like a real short word. You have to say, like for that, you'd probably say, my name's Nyla or Lila, and you would hear it all. Or it's Lila, type thing.
Yeah, because like if you just say yeah, sometimes it'll cut you off. So sometimes
Yeah.
you have to say like, okay, yes, or I think the answer is yes, or something along those lines. You have to you put something in front of it.
All right.
But we discovered that card way. All right. So that's the big excitement for the day. So this person has now joined the party. Potentially, you are free to have a little conversation amongst yourselves as things wind down.
Do I witness any of this trends?
Yep, you do. The only one who doesn't witness is Laja, but she hears about it because the waitresses are in and out, and one of them's kind of a little bit of a gossip, and really thinks Laja's cool. The first one.
Well, she's right there.
Zaid kind of strumming his lute, wheels himself over toward saunters over toward Lila and says, "Oh yeah, I noticed he's a little gruff, but don't worry, he's really a big teddy bear." And he slaps Tato on the back like, "Aren't you, Tato?" Like that. And he just goes back to looting and kind of like backs away carefully, like kind of like cautiously, like "Just don't kill me, Tato. Just don't kill me."
Okay, so you half them down by half, so you got rid of that stuff off your sheet, right? The wine you sold, and the juice you got rid of.
By half or all of it.
Yeah. I mean, well, you sold pitchers, and I figure a pitcher's probably a bottle, but you probably mix juice with it, so that's like half and half.
Right.
So each bottle would probably get you 2 pitchers.
Okay, and we're assuming that we sold all of them, or both of them.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how many there are. So
you sold each patron bought a pitcher, 2 pitchers. So
I don't see where the pitchers are and such.
Yeah, we just got a large assortment of stuff. You never actually told us how much we got.
But whatever it is not in the party treasure, so I don't know where the stuff is.
170 gold you acquired off from buying the gold. You don't have your list of like all the wines you guys captured from that one thing. Or did you not do that yet?
I don't know.
I don't. Let's see. Party. We don't have a party. Yeah,
We
do
have a party treasure,
treasure.
but there's nothing in it.
Oh,
That's
So
not my fault. Why
there's
don't you guys?
one gold piece, one silver piece, one copper piece, 6 comfy chairs, 2 double beds, and 1 large bed,
Okay, okay.
and a table.
Maybe you didn't find it yet. We'll just say you used good wine and it's out of the stocks because you did spend money to have
it's-
supplies.
Yeah, it's one
So-
gold. It's 1 gold piece per cup, a 6-ounce cup, 5 gold pieces per bottle. So if we did that, so then it was.
we sold 34 cups.
All right. So that goes on. Have your quick conversation. Get your 10 gold, 30. Yeah. So there you go. There you go.
And we found a big crate of good wine and liquor is what we were told. You never
Yeah.
told us how much was in the big crate.
Well, let's see. We'll say the crate's got 12 bottles, so 6 of each. Sound fair?
Okay.
Sure.
And let's say you didn't use them. You used stuff from your stock, so it's a little extra money. And you made pretty good out of it because you got water and it was hot out, and people were happy to have it because it was like a surprise and it was unexpected.
So
Sure. And people will drink it faster if it's a little bit easier to drink.
Right.
watered
Just
down.
water down with juice.
Okay, so you,
Sangria. You've invented sangria.
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, you know.
So what is okay? So we have 6 bottles left. Is that what you're saying?
no, that's
He said we didn't get into the good stuff. We just
Okay.
used our stock.
So we have a Lila along with Laja. That won't get anyone confused.
and Lurga or whatever her name is Lingri.
Right?
Yeah, that's not going to get. That won't get confusing.
All right, now that we've died down, we need to talk to the halflings and find out if they know a cook that worked with them. If it was a decent cook, and if they can get a hold of him, hire him or her.
Well, Lynn tells you her brother, right? So no, is her brother or cousin? Let me double check here. I wrote it down. Here it is. It's right above. No, it's on the other sheet.
I want to know
Wait, what?
why does Tato have 7 cards, but Lodge only has 3.
And
What do I have?
I discarded mine. I'm about to go out. I'm about to win.
Oh,
Uno.
No.
what the fuck did I do with it? I'm confused. There's yeah. Did I set it someplace stupid? I had to have. All right. Well, the other one says her cousin. Yeah, her cousin. Her cousin knows a gal knows another gal whose brother is a cook. He used to cook at the same inn that we worked at, the one with the horse fire.
I'll ask Zayd. I was like,
The first one tells you about that. The second one tells you about her cousin's brother, or her cousin. So the second one knows her cousin who's a cook. He didn't work there. The first one tells you about the cook who worked at the other place. So you got 2 different references for cook. There's a halfling cook and a human cook.
I'll ask if they can both have them come in and cook me a meal.
Cook off.
They're there. I found them. There we go. Okay. So that's fine. When they can send some messages out and see what they can find out. We'll go to then to the inn at this point. If I can remember where it's at. I got a better one, don't I?
It is at the bottom.
Oh, and we need to ask them if they know a exterminator.
Let me go down. What does it do this to? I don't understand.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
There's your spare sheet.
All right, come on. What is going on? Why can't I move that down any further?
where's the aid?
What?
You've never heard, you haven't heard anybody in the.
Probably written here. There, they changed that. That's cool. I'm glad they did that. All right, so let's go there.
In your circle of bards that may know how to get rid of rats.
Well, there was this one rumor of a freak with a pan flute, but I don't know if I trust that rumor.
All right. So, there's
Yeah, I'd heard that rumor before too.
I heard he comes from the village of Hamlet.
oh, yeah.
I've had bad, evil things about Hamlet.
I've heard how
The
much
same,
can be
the
good.
same. I mean, and how good of a piper can come from a village called Hamlet?
So, all right. So you got this gal here. You got. Who's that?
No, baby girl, no.
I mean,
You cannot.
also, who goes and names their hamlet Hamlet?
I know.
No, someone that likes eggs a lot, I guess.
Yeah, can't break eggs without making a omelet.
Well, the two halflings both run off. Well, after they clean up real quick, run off. You guys can have your little conversation with Lila real quick if you want to bring her inside, or do you want to have your conversation outside?
We can have it inside.
This is your moment to role play for just a moment. If Shay, if you're not comfortable doing any role playing, you can just let us know. Like, I'm not really good to role play, and we can just, say you've taken care of it.
We can hand wave it.
We can hand wave it.
All right, I will say. So
will-
Tato, who is your new friend here? This Lila lady here.
I will say, she brought a letter. It is from Kiro. He has run off to join someone else and sent her in his place.
He's joined the city's mage.
Civilized. Made civilized.
Yeah. Civilized.
Lila, you look like a soldier. Not without your magical trappings looking things, but you look like a soldier. Let's put it that way.
I am, but one who deals more in magic than weapons.
Is that even
And you're
possible? I look at Lasha. Is that even possible?
Weapons are the most important part. Magic is impressive, but
What are you doing?
Swords for everyone is what I say. Hi, you're a high elf. As you can see, I've come from a other place. My name is Laja Susar, and it is a pleasure to meet you.
You come from the Underdark. Would that make you a low elf?
I can fully accept your lack of knowledge on such things. You've proven your worthiness in other ways. You don't have to be smart.
Okay.
Ah, yes, Tato is not to the brightest. But he is wise. But at least that's what we tell him, so he doesn't get that.
And he can patch you up if you're wounded. And that's what's important to me.
I was just wondering.
He has to
Where's
keep
my
from.
drink? Has
I
she?
think-
Above ground versus below ground. Higher, lower.
So you need to learn about the letting go of things. I can see that. That's a lesson you need to.
What was the question,
to bone
Shay?
up on.
This Lyja wouldn't have slipped anything in my drink, would she?
That'd be a
Lasha,
good rep.
did you hear that?
Oh yeah. It's great.
Tato, would you have said
Oh,
it?
Excuse me. I'll be right back.
If she did, I'd be able to help you out.
I don't think Lasha would do that. That's not exactly her style. You seem a friend, and well, we're rather nice to friends. It's those other people that we're not so nice to.
It would seem to be ill advised to go and start slipping stuff into drinks that we're serving to people here.
In my
Just doesn't
experience,
matter.
those who follow the Spider Queens are friends to no one.
I see you are misinformed in the fact that all people from down below follow the Spider Queen. That's just not the case. I understand your misunderstanding. My family is from a different place. We guard the opening. We are the guardians. That's why I am a ranger, and that was our particular thing. I avoided getting brought into the Spider Queen as the employ because they went out to conscript people in our area, and that's why I came here, to avoid conscription into the Spider Queen's army. But I can understand your misunderstanding.
Yes, I think many of us are familiar
Thank
with...
thank you for the shot for the backstory, by the way.
Thank you. Yes, I think many of us are probably familiar with the having to do things that we don't want to do and avoiding them altogether, or at least Tato is. At least Tato is. Yes.
My experience on the battlefield and the horror I've seen has made me trusting a few.
Well, I'm sure you'll fit right in here.
Yes.
It's quite possible.
Of course, everyone trusts me implicitly. Of course. I think.
Well, we've gone together and gone on many a fine con in order to get things in a less aggressive way, and I do enjoy that.
Okay. So that's very nice. Real quick, I have a question. You were going to get an exterminator, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Would someone like to go to that? You've already sent the halfling, the halfling waitresses, Lila, Lingeri, and Brienne off to bring potential cooks.
Sade, you're the best deal getter.
I can go with them to get the cooks if need be, but
No, I was talking about the exterminator.
of course. You want me to deal with the dregs of society. I get it.
Well, that'll be something to do for the day. I
can go with you. You know, to be a bodyguard.
The gist of Kiro's letter, do you share it, Tato, or do you just tell them what you read?
I just tell them what I.
Okay, so the gist of it was, Kiro's like, please take care of my friend. They're basically homeless. And stuff like it's a really heartfelt story, but basically Kiro has dumped off their homeless friend on you. However, they seem to be, he claims they're very adept at their magic and will be very useful to the group, and he encourages to treat them like part of the party.
All right, we will welcome her in as best we can, and we will try to find a space, like a bed space or whatever, for wherever, some quarters or whatever.
Give her Kiro's room.
So as you're trying to figure it out, you stumble upon Socks and Elric, and they're really sick. Like, both of them. They're like really, really sick. You don't know what's going on.
You're up.
It clearly smells like they've been puking up here. It's bad. It's really bad.
Have you guys been eating the poisoned rats?
Rich, what were you trying to say?
All I said was that you're up to Tato. Sick people, you're up.
I'll do a medicine check on them and see if I can figure out what's going on.
Socks. If someone asks that, Socks replies that she hasn't. They haven't eaten in days. That they haven't eaten in days. So yeah, you can do your medicine check, please. Oh, that's a nice check. Yeah, they're definitely sick. There's something going on there. They're puking. Maybe a flu or something. You're not sure. Could be the plague for all you know. There's a lot of rats.
Oh, okay. I will try to get. Well, I can't
Socks,
do
you were
any
supposed to
like.
take care of the rat problem. You're a cat after all. I mean, who else better to take care of the rat problem than the cat?
Good point.
I think we need another cat. So no offense, Socks. I think you probably need to sit out for a while. Maybe go to the temple and get some healing or something. Stay clear away from me. Anyways, yeah. So a new cat.
I will do this.
I think
On the two
in
of
light
them.
of things, we may need 2 new cats. And looking at things, I'm not a veterinarian or anything, but perhaps we need to inform Sox's next of kin.
So you cast your little spell, and everyone watches him cast his little spell, and it don't do dick. It don't do nothing. They ain't got no hit point damage.
Okay.
Nothing.
Funny, it doesn't.
Thank you. Would you try? What'd you say, Shay?
I
I didn't say anything.
I think it was Ashley.
So what
Wow, that was a great. I did almost
Now you
nothing.
know what happens right before Tato casts the spell. You guys walk into this room. There's a sick tabaxi and a sick dwarf. The tabaxi and dwarf are both like really, really sick. Everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw DC 15, please.
Okay.
Man, I did almost.
Did you-
Almost max.
what,
Not
where
me
are
and
they?
Ash, though.
They're in this room right here on the second floor.
Upstairs in one of the rooms.
Did everyone go there?
Oops, I didn't make the Constitution save.
Oh yeah, you failed it. That sucks. Oh, Brian, you failed it too.
I would say I don't.
So
Did I?
did
Like I
Shay.
said, did Laja say that she was going to go up to the second floor? I mean, if you want me to make Constitution save, that's fine.
I don't know where Elijah is. I would assume that at least them 3 had to have gone because, you know what I mean. They're not going to leave one person alone with a stranger. But you would probably stay downstairs and kind of try to keep an eye on things. But Safarina,
Zaid's
on
like,
the way up though, you will have had a small encounter with a rat on the stairwell. So there are rats here, just so you know. So you've all come into this room and it's like, oh, the smell is like really bad, and you're like everyone's backing off. And Tato, he kind of has to force himself in there to say this little prayer, but it's bad in there.
I say, don't worry, Lila, but we'll find you a different room.
Somehow I have to wonder if this is any better than being on the battlefield.
That's the only strong. For anything like that, you can't do nothing at the moment. Thank you.
I'll come back tomorrow after I've slept and have different spells memorized.
All right, cool. That's great. All right, so that goes on. You go find a spot for her. Day goes on. It's getting like it's probably a little after lunch, and there's some people on the porch, but they're not really people. See, because what you see is there's a group of tabaxi out there, a little older with dark hair or with dark fur and missing an eye, and then a couple others. She's leaning on a staff, and she's got a lantern hanging off her staff, but it's not lit. And there's 2 others with her, James and Ashley. So, James, why don't you describe your character while I put your little character on the board?
I am Furball. I
Describe your
I-
character.
wear chainmail.
Your character. Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Also has a holy symbol on. Can't, don't know quite exactly quite yet, but yeah. You can tell this thing is a paladin just by the way he walks. Not strict, but
How
it's
is
like,
that?
Like he's
Wait,
better
what?
than everyone.
No, no. It's more like he shows it seems like he radiates compassion.
Ooh, the smell of compassion. Ugh. It stings
I'm
my
just
nostrils.
coming up with something. I don't know.
Smell of compassion. Smell of compassion.
Okay, good. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. Ashley, would you describe your character?
I'm a tabaxi and I am a thief. Assassin.
No, I describe your character.
Oh.
Describe your character.
What does he look like?
He has ears and she has pink and green hair and light bluish greenish clothes.
Colors of fur.
Tan.
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect.
Ooh, a
Proper
tabaxi and a,
reception.
So-
a tabaxi and a spare.
So,
Just what
Rod,
we need.
you're outside. They're off there doing their thing. Kind of like I don't know, trying to figure out what they're going to do about them. Maybe talking about it. You haven't gone back inside, so you're sitting on the porch, relaxing.
Mhm.
All right. A little kid had just told you that another crowd might be coming by soon. That they seen 3 dragon floats a few streets over. And as that kid running by, all excited because he's telling everyone he sees. You see these 3 tabaxi come strolling up. The 2 you've had described, and a little old one that I had already described with the black fur and missing an eye.
Hey, while they're all doing this outside, I want to ritually cast something upstairs with Socks and Alric.
Okay. All right. For me.
Yeah, planned on it.
All right. Very good. Thank you. I'll let you know about that in a little bit. All right. So
10 minutes.
you see these 3 come stepping up.
Have we broken down the bar? Are we
Well,
outside yet, or still there?
I'm guessing no.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So,
I said it was
so
not this evening, but it's not quite that there yet. It's only been like an hour or 2 since the parade, so
I call to our 2 hobbit people and say,
they're not back.
we got some more marks. Oh,
They're not back.
Oh, that's right.
We're not
All
happy.
right, then I'll call every.
You know what? Call who? I lost you.
I know. I 1, 2, 3. Well, then I'll call to the people who are upstairs and say, or Zay, Tato, I think we have some more marks headed this way, as you say. And then I'll turn and if we've got a couple minutes, then I'll wait for them to return. And we need to open the bar again. Well, who are you? Who are you 3?
To this, the old lady will look up. She'll reach in her cloak and she'll hand an envelope to Furball and say, "Take this up." And she points at the top and says, "Ask if this is them." Right? So now that's your job, is just take the letter up and ask them, point at the address and ask if this is here, basically.
Okay. I'm off to do that.
Okay, so you move your character up to Elijah on the porch there, and hand the letter and say what you got to say.
This letter I was told to give this to you.
No, but I ask if that's that address that's on the letter.
Oh, what's the address on there?
Don't worry about what the address is. Just ask her if this is the address.
Is this the address?
If I look at it, can I read it? Is it in
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
language I understand? Okay. Is it Troll Manor?
Yeah, it's absolutely. Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Well, you're a good letter deliverer, Mr.
It's not.
Doxys.
This letter was delivered from this address. This letter was delivered.
Oh, so it's
The return address.
the return address.
Yes, it's the return.
Okay. I said yes. Obviously, this did come from here. Does your postage have a date stamp on it or not?
I just hand the letter over.
Well, you know, it's from about a week and a half ago.
Okay.
I mean, and it's a letter to the old lady. There's no letter in it. The envelope is empty. It was just a letter from Socks to grandmother Firth.
Oh, okay. So
The envelope is what it is.
Okay. So it's not only the address, but it says Nightshade or whatever her actual name is.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we have a. This is someone who resides here. So you found the right address, and unfortunately, she is indisposed currently. But she does reside here, and this is the right address.
Wait till we get.
Is this? Okay.
No, go ahead. James.
Let me be
Is there
clear.
anything I can possibly help?
There's
Since I'm here.
Raja, Furball, and Odette are and the grandmother are the three outside right now. The four outside. But grandma's not really talking quite yet, so. So they basically just said your cousin and your sister is indisposed at the moment.
Okay. How can I
You don't
help?
know nothing about the letter. You don't know what's in the letter. Grandma hasn't told you. She don't even know why you're here. In fact, to this moment, you didn't know it had anything to do with your sister. So you might be a little freaked out and worried at the moment.
Okay. What's going on, Gran?
She doesn't answer. She just points at the people.
Mysteries
Okay.
upon mysteries upon mysteries.
So she
I
basically,
guess we follow you to your place.
well, you're your place.
Well, you can come on in and meet the rest of us. Obviously, you are related to one of our company, and so we will welcome you inside. Would you like a glass of watered down wine?
Yeah, I'm not big on the wine.
You're not supposed to let people know it's watered down.
What? Why not?
It's part of the
What?
scam.
You're not there. You're not there.
I know.
I know. But what? Why not? I don't get it. I thought you made a new thing. So I will call and say, matron, is there something that you wish to say? Obviously, you have two charges, in your that are with you.
Hmm?
Is there anything that you'd like to say to us?
And she looks up from under her cloak a little bit, and she's got her head kind of cocked to one side, and she says, "It's been a long trip, and we're tired. If Nightshade is here, or Night Stalker, it's Night Stalker. If Night Stalker is here or lives here, we'd like to come in and wait for her or see her if we can." She says that really
Oh,
cute
well-
little voice. I've got to do her own voice.
It's more
Why you touching me?
All right.
She says, "You can't
So
have
yes,
any
you're
pudding
all
if you
invited.
don't eat your
You're all
meat."
invited in.
The-
Lasha has enough manners that she learned that she will invite them in and say that they should wait. I don't know the cheese. I'm assuming that I don't know how sick she and Tato are. She
Well,
and
she ain't got a clue. She don't
Alric
know.
are.
She's last
Right,
year was
but I know that.
of Alric, and you just haven't seen her in a couple days because you've been out
So I know that they're
partying every night. So
carouse, making contacts, my friend. But yes, I invite them all in to sit down and have cheap wine, whoever wants it.
okay. So there you go. So you think, go ahead, sit down either at the bar or at the table. The grandma will probably sit at the table, so you'll probably just follow her. I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Following Grandma.
Grandma's following you.
I can't get hold of her for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
We can move
Can you
ours.
There it is.
On this one, do they have to go through the doors or can they go through the wall?
They
Right.
gotta go through the doors.
They can't go through the walls. If they're having trouble, well, I guess they can go through the walls. unless that no,
That's
Joe
football.
probably, Joe
Oh, yeah.
probably, yeah, Joe can make them go through the walls.
So,
All right, so there you go.
there's.
So
I'll go into the.
You
See
go
if I
get
can get them some milk or something if they don't want wine.
Okay.
Do we have any milk or cream or anything in the kitchen?
The grandmother will take the wine.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. You got
Well,
you got a stocked kitchen. You just like pretty. You know, what I mean, you guys are having meals and kind of yourselves out of the stuff, but you know what I mean. So you were getting ready to open, and then you kind of got distracted.
No problem. Just want to know if we had milk. You know, it's just, so you might say, well, yes, you have everything except milk because
Right.
dairy cows don't exist in our world. All right. Well, I'll get them some milk to share, whether they ask for it or not.
Okay.
There you are.
So do you holler up at the rest
Guys,
of them?
Do I what?
You like holler up at the
Oh,
rest
yeah.
of them? Just concentrate on.
Yeah, I
on-
said,
right.
I said, well, we have some guests. They want to see socks. To you guys. Plus, I think that we're going to have some more people parading by if we want to try to make some more money.
All right, so do we hear that upstairs?
Sure. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. He was probably
raise-
trying real hard to make her.
All right,
Okay.
I say to Lila that I say, hey, you know, you can drop your gear in there, or you know, have any you know, make preparations or whatever. But we're gonna go downstairs. Apparently, we have some more guests, or I'm going to go downstairs, and I think Tato, you should probably come too, just in case, you know, they're violent. I know you love violence. And maybe, you know, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have you along as well, Lila, because you're obviously a soldier.
Sorry, Robin.
I don't. Tato's still finishing his little thing, so he's gonna have to stay up in the room.
I don't know why you're finishing anything. It's obvious that she's pregnant. They're going to make a little dwarf tabaxi, duabaxi, if you will. I don't know why he's sick, but probably because he drinks all the time.
Probably I don't.
All right. Well, he's hasn't had a swill. His swill barrel had a leak in it. Way earlier on, he's been distressed. You guys, she was trying to refill the swill barrel with anything you guys left around. You poured a couple things, lower quality things in it, but nothing was good enough to be swill for him yet. It takes time to build a proper swill barrel. He says.
It's an art. It's an art to build the swill barrel.
Exactly.
So I'll head downstairs.
And bring yourselves down. The grandmother basically just gives you a story that she's grandmother. That a lot of her kids and grandkids live here in Waterdeep. She introduces you to the children, whatever. She's really likable individual. So anyone, like I said, anyone who's downstairs, go downstairs. But but yeah, she's interested. They're very interested in what's going on with Night Stalker.
Do I do a
Night Stalker.
do I do an intimidation check or anything to take over for guard for Kodak?
How what? To take. Oh, there's no one here to be guard. You ain't got to do anything like that right now.
Okay.
Then I'm sorry. Then
Did you want to go downstairs with me, Lila,
yeah.
or did you want to stay upstairs with Tato?
I'll go downstairs.
So what do you tell the tabaxi about their ill-begotten friend?
I say, well, you see there, your Socks is she is not well. I believe that maybe well, she's sick. She's been throwing up, and I'm not sure why. We have a friend looking after her now. You know, who knows? If I had to guess, if I were related to many of the human women I relate to, I would say that she was expecting kittens.
So how many women do you relate to and make them with kitten? Then
I've never made a human woman have kittens. That's not what I meant. But I'm going to go away, and perhaps Lila can explain it to you.
At this point, I would like the players who are not tabaxi at the table to give me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, please.
Me and Lila.
Yes.
Okay, so Lila
Yeah,
and me a DC
well,
15
me too,
wisdom saving. Oh yeah, Elijah's
Safina.
there too, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Elijah's there. Yeah.
And
Oh,
I say also, thank Timora, bless my luck. I asked for a couple more cats, and there's a couple more here. What are the odds of that? Wisdom saving throw?
a tabaxi and a spare.
Was it wisdom saving throw?
Yes. All right. So, Lila, the old cat mother finally kind of lifts her head up and drops her hood down, and she's got short black fur. Her one eye is like just gone. It's a big scar. You can see on her little figurine right there. Like what is it? Her left eye, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's her
Yep.
left eye. Yeah. And she's
the right eye and is gone. Yeah.
Yeah, she's an old tabaxi. She's really old. And everyone sees that. It's kind of scary, okay? And Lila, it like scares you. You're like, oh, you let out a sound. It like shocks you. You're a little kind of taken back about it. And the old lady says, "Take me to the child." Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Take me to the child.
Yep.
She heard you.
Yep.
And then she looks at the two other tabaxi with her, Odette and Furball, says, "Stay here." And she follows whoever takes her up to the door. By the time this happens, though, I need to go back to Mr. Stonehammer.
No
Mr. Stonehammer.
No
You're
offense
a
there,
fool.
Elijah. No offense there, Elijah, to anyone. But does this older kitten look like maybe she's used many of her 9 lives?
Indeed, she reminds me of a tabaxi with a missing eye named Nick Furry that we used to have down in the
Nick Furry.
It's a good one. That's a good one. Do you have inspiration currently, sir? If not, you may have it.
Thank you.
Tato, your spell comes to a conclusion, and you determine that both of them seem to be poisoned.
Okay.
And it seems to be poisoned for a while. If that determines that, let's with that take a short break for bathrooms and whatnot, and we'll come back and you can ask questions about poisoned or whatever, and continue on from there.
All right, we're gonna go to the BRB screen before I
Going to
do.
BRB.
I'm going to remind people that they will want to go and check out the Bubble Dragon on Amazon, and I will put up a link for that shortly. You're welcome.
Took
Okay.
my money and everything.
There we go. We're
Right,
good,
so
good to
who
go.
upstairs?
Huh?
What?
Or
What?
who went upstairs? Was it
Me.
with Grandma?
Oh. I think it was who took Grandma upstairs is what he's asking.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I guess it would just be me and Lila.
I think
Or Elijah maybe want to
Yeah.
put up with us. I don't know.
Probably
Uh,
not just.
we were the Tabaxis
Yeah,
were told to
stuck there.
sit.
Yes, they. Okay. So Shay, are you going up with Brian upstairs to lead the old lady up to see the sick cat?
Elijah, are you going upstairs?
No,
No,
not
I'll hang down.
Okay.
I'll hang
Lila.
downstairs with the others.
Right, I was asking Elijah because she was down there too.
It's happening already.
Yeah, it's more of a. It was more of a. It was more of a. I think he thought I was saying Lila. Yeah, for sure. All right. So anyway,
Yeah. Okay. I did. Okay. So. Yeah. So you guys go up. As they're coming up the stairs, Tato, you're coming out of the room with your answer to the question. So.
All right. Did I see any rats in the room?
No, you didn't see any rats in the room. You do see one that walk out though.
Does it look like it's poisonous or poisoned or whatever?
No, it's just like a
Like
rat.
Spreading poison.
It's like a fucking fed rat's what it looks like.
I was just
A
checking
bottle with a skull and crossbones on it. Scary.
because the detect poison lasts up to 10 minutes after I cast it.
Yeah,
and I can-
you don't detect no poison with the rat.
because
Which
I
makes you
can
wonder
detect
what's
poison.
happening to all the poison you guys are spreading all over the place.
Right. So I can detect poisonous creatures and just use this.
Right. So
Within
yeah,
30.
just, the rat's not poisonous. But the old lady there's an old lady coming up with Zayd and the new girl, Lila.
All right. I will introduce myself and I'll say, looks like they've been poisoned. I'm not sure where the poison came from. The rat that I've seen so far isn't poisonous
So
or
the,
carrying disease.
so the old lady asked to go in and see them.
I'll
And
be like, okay, but it's bad in there.
Tato, you want to make a religion check?
Yeah, I can do that.
It's going to be a tough one. I need you to roll a DC 17.
Ooh. Can
But
I
you
give myself guidance?
You can do it.
If you can guidance yourself, you can guidance yourself. Didn't you get some inspiration or something? No,
I
it
have
wasn't.
inspiration also, but I'll guidance myself too.
All right,
I'll
that's
see if,
legit.
see if,
I don't care. You can get away with
see
it.
if,
Huh? Okay.
see if I need the
Fuck is that?
inspiration.
I don't think inspiration is going to help you, bro.
It's not enough.
It's not going to help, bro.
12, what I need?
17.
Shit could give me 18, right?
5 on it. Might as well try. I mean, you rolled pretty decent there with the bonus die.
Alright, let's see.
You told me that a 6 right now. I
Yeah.
would.
Let's see
Why
if
not?
we can get a
You
5
got
or
this,
6.
You got this.
Come on, 5 or 6!
Oh, man. Well, look, you only missed by one. See positive thinking. The power of positive thinking.
Alright.
All right, give me a round of applause. Woo! All right. All right. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't help, you know. So she goes in. Do. What did the rest of you guys do? Now, back downstairs. Stay out here. Up here. What?
I don't know these people too well yet, so
I'll stay in there.
All right.
Hey, warm at.
We're talking to you cats. Talking to Zayd and Lila.
Hmm.
And I believe neither one answered.
I don't know.
Who are you
what the
talking to
question was
specifically?
100%. Zayd and Lila.
Zayd and Lila, are you going to stay upstairs or are you going to go back downstairs?
I will. I will. I think Zayd would go downstairs.
Okay. The information is that your friends have been poisoned, and it ain't from the rats because they're neither poisoned nor diseased. Okay, so you're gonna go downstairs.
I think I would go down. I think Zayd would go downstairs. Yes.
Lila, will you go back downstairs? You don't know any of these people. Really?
And there's really not anything I can do. I'm not a healing wizard in this one, so
All right, so you guys go back downstairs.
Okay.
So you cats, Laja, you see these two come back downstairs. The old lady and Kato are not with them.
I will.
And-
I will say to Laja when we get down there. I will say, appears. You know, I said I took the grandma with me on accident. I will say it appears that Saxon, Ulrich have been deliberately poisoned.
what sort of enemies have you made in this group?
Oh,
How long do you have?
you're interrupted at that very moment by a loud knocking at the door.
I
You
believe
want to
that's.
go, Mr. Charming?
I
Let's
believe
see
that's
who
for
it
you,
is?
Laja.
Come on, you know you're the charmer, but all right, I'll go and look at it. So I'll go to the. I'm assuming this door.
Okay, so you go to the
Can
door.
I go to. Sure, I'll go to the door.
So you open the door.
Yep.
There's a young human male standing there.
Hello,
he's-
human.
He's wearing overalls and he's got a box, like a toolbox in one hand, and he gulps real quick and says, "Hi, my name's Mark, and I'm here from Get 'em Gone Pest Removal. So you ordered rat extermination?"
So I will kind of gonna take him and say, yes. Oh, good to see you. You're welcome, and you're much needed. And the infestation is primarily downstairs, but it is throughout the. You do know what a rat looks like? We have many of them.
He just nods.
Don't look at me that way, Laja.
Say it. You never left to go hire an exterminator.
Who called for this man and told him?
We're just lucky. Did you see that 2 cats showed up when I requested cats? Of course, an exterminator shows up when we ask for an exterminator, right? I mean, right?
Is that one of your cons?
No, sir. The boss's niece stopped by the office a little while ago. We're a few blocks away, and told us you need an exterminator. So the boss sent me over here right away.
It must be
I
someone.
mean,
All the
it's
guests we
human
had
design.
today were sat outside.
We have a couple halfling employees, Lila. Perhaps they are related to this person's boss somethingness. I don't know. I can't really quite explain it. It seems more like luck still. Can we go with luck? Let's go back with luck.
Okay, so doing his voice is kind of rough on me, and will probably call me a headache. But enough information does he give you of a description to let you know it's Lingri. So
Is
the
that one
first
of the
half,
halflings?
yes, the first one that you hired,
Yeah, that's a Luri. Is how you say it?
Lingri.
Lingri.
So
What's
I
that?
went and threw an inside check up there to see if what he says, looking at his body motions, his quick motions back and forth, his eyes, his pupils, whether they dilate, sweat, whether it forms, if he seems like this is truly what he is or whether he's trying to deceive me.
Rich man. Let me tell you a little bit. So Laja, she locks in. She locks in. She determines that this dude is fucking terrified of her. fucking terrified of her. Other than that, he seems to
Well,
be
it's
telling
just-
you 100% the truth. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Brian.
He
That's
should
exactly.
be.
You want the other
So-
one done with you? That's Brian, Brynn. That's the second one you hired.
Oh, Bryn?
Yeah, Bryn.
Lindgren and Bryn.
Is it Gree?
So,
Bryn. BR.
so
Y.
Bryn
I,
Gree. Lindgree and Bryn Gree.
I was reading upside down.
Sorry, Rich.
I was reading upside down. Sorry.
no, that's fine. You're getting it.
Wasn't totally upside down, but close enough. All right. Yeah. What was you gonna say, Rich?
I was going to say, Lila, I've taken him with my stare. No one can hold up long under it. He is telling the truth. So make your way down there and rid us of these foul rodents. I think you're exactly right, Zaid. You seem to, when you seem to need things, they do seem to show up.
Let me. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. It's just. I'm gonna let it go. Gonna let it go. All right. So, yeah. So someone's gonna lead him to the downstairs. Is what I'm taking.
Sure,
Is your point?
I'll do that.
All right, perfect. So you take him to the basement. You know, I'm not gonna do his voice because it's like I said, it's a little tough on me. But he thanks you and he assures you that he'll just look around, see what he can find, and do you go down, leave him at the top of the stairs, leave him at the bottom? What do you do?
I'll take him all the way down.
Okay. All right, great. It's dark down there. So you have to light some lights for him. He's human. But
light some lights because he's a human. Yeah.
Now, everyone who is now sitting around the table there on the first floor of the bar, if you're not in the basement, you're not upstairs, I will take at this point a DC. No, we're going to make it easy. We're going to make it a 13 because it is the 13th episode. Perception check, please. So that'll be the cats, the sorceress, the bard. Yeah, yes.
Okay, so Shay, you know where perception is at? It's on the skill
Yeah.
list. Okay, yep.
You don't make him an advantage, please, but that's okay. We'll just use your first one, which you failed.
Yeah.
Ryan, wow.
Ow.
Oh,
Poor
Oh
Brian.
my goodness.
terrible.
Shay did as good as me.
Holy crap.
We must have made some noise and distracted them in the basement there.
I'm gonna give you a perception check at disadvantage, and you're gonna hit it. Watch. Let's go. You got this. Do it. At disadvantage, you're gonna make this.
Do it.
All right, get my disadvantage checked.
Whatever it was I was supposed to perceive, I could not hear or see over the sound of my greatness. You see?
Perception.
In your loop.
You see how great it is?
No, I didn't make it.
You still did better than anybody else. If I would have dropped it. Well, I mean, someone did a little
Karja
bit
did a
better,
little
but-
bit better. Yeah, Chet did better, but
No, I didn't.
you did
Yeah,
better.
no,
You
no,
did better
Chet.
than everybody else. You did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a 9.
oh, you
Alright.
suck, brother.
I don't see Laja. Did you do one?
The grandmother then will look up at Tato and say, there appears to be a disturbance out front of your establishment, young man.
Are you okay up there? Do you need help? Or should I go downstairs then?
I'll be fine.
All right, then I'll go downstairs.
All right. You go downstairs. Everyone's just kind of sitting around, whatever. The I don't know if the cats are drinking milk or wine because both were offered, but you know, you guys are just
A
sitting around.
mixture.
A mixture. They dumped it together.
I'd be like, the old lady says there's a disturbance out front.
Ah, yes, she must be hearing the sound of my awesomeness.
And I said out front, not downstairs.
Oh, out front, what? A disturbance. But, well, perhaps we should go look. And, like, I kind of, like, look over at Laja, like, are you gonna open the door? And I will walk over toward Laja, too, but...
Laja, I should have put...
Exterminator?
Yeah, Laja's downstairs.
Oh, she's downstairs. Okay, that's why she didn't make the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will
That's
walk
right.
over toward the door, and I will kind of motion Lila. I'll say, hey, what, Lila, you seem adept. Follow me.
Potatoes at the bottom of the stairs.
Yep.
And you there, you with all the grace and armor. You also follow me. Say that to
I'll come
Furball.
along. I'll come along.
As you open the door and head out, John, do you got it? You need me to move your dude.
Can you give me to the bottom of the stairs at least?
I can't find it. I lost it. Total track. Yeah.
I'll put me on the map.
Oh,
I can do that.
No, he's up on the third floor. Is where I got him, Joe. I didn't know if they were on the third or
Oh,
second.
that's why. No, they're on the second in that first room. I'll just move it on. Oh, we'll just leave them there. Go ahead and move. Oh, that's fine.
Add new ones.
No, leave them there. That's fine. That's good. We'll just do it there. And then that's
Go.
cool. Oh, you added a new one. I got you.
As we go out the door though, since Lila and Furball, I had them come with me. I will like lean back and kind of like look in the door at Ochette sitting at the thing and say, "You, the sneaky looking one, you stay there and be sneaky. And if somebody comes up behind us, you know, stabby."
Okay.
Only if they're enemies.
All right.
So you walk out. You open the door. You look out. Standing in the alley, right? There's a bunch of people standing around looking, but they're all kind of standing back away, right? In the middle of the alley is the most tabaxi you've ever seen, okay? There's probably 15 of them standing out here. You do not recognize any of them. Amongst them are two towering figures. They're the Oni. These are like tabaxi, but lion men. Both of them are missing their right eye. One is dressed in robes with some armor, and the other one is only dressed in robes. The rest of them are just kind of dressed like nice, but not super nice. You know what I mean? Like their clothes are whatever, good enough. Maybe about equivalent to how Sox's cousin dresses, but not exactly. And no, Sox's cousin is not amongst them. But there's a lot of them. There's a fucking lot of them.
Do they have any symbols on the robes? Like, would they be like maybe
upstairs,
clerical
aren't you?
symbols?
Oh, you want to make another
Oh,
check
is
though?
Tato- is
Since you
Tato
failed
down there, too?
last time?
Yeah, I'm down here.
Oh, okay.
Another perception check.
No, I'm talking to John about his religion check.
Would I recognize any of it as a pally?
You'll just stay. You're scared poopless right now.
Me?
They are
13.
clearly
Yeah,
here
please.
for the rat problem.
Um,
That is the only excuse or reason for so many cats is the rat problem. They're hungry, obviously. They come here.
that's
they
not
want to
bad. That's not bad.
eat rats.
I lowered the DC a little bit this time because you already ran into it once, so you're kind of thinking about it. So you're pretty sure it's the same. Like that's like you think it's a religious symbol, and it's the same as the old lady. All right. Now,
Oh, okay.
the Tabaxi are a little worried because to them, this 100% looks like the Tabaxi Mafia. Okay? So, Who would like to step up and speak to the Tabaxi?
I don't have very good charisma, but
I don't think it's my job to do that.
I think the Tabaxi should probably stay hidden if they think it's a Tabaxi mafia.
Tabaxi don't know nothing about this place.
I don't think they can remain hidden because they're already out in the open. But
Well, one of them's still hidden. Only one of them's out in the open.
that's true. That's true.
Zayd always does our talking.
All
It's
right,
true.
all right. I'll approach them and I'll say, gentlemen, what do we owe the honor of your visit? It must be because of all the rats. No?
You see an assortment of chuckles. So they go about and they look at each other. You see them kind of ribbing each other. You hear comments like, "Oh, we got a comedian here," and so and so forth. One of them kind of looks over at the others. And he's a little older and a little stockier. He's like, "Shut up, yeah, chucklehead. Show some respect." And he walks up. He kind of steps up. He doesn't step all the way up, but he steps up about halfway between the group of guys he's with and you guys. And he says, "We don't mean to come here offering disrespect, but you seem to have a very important guest, and we would like to offer a invitation." Now, James, this would assume, because now, so I can reveal it for you, the two big loony things, the eyes, that's the same thing the grandma's got, right? They're probably the same religion as grandma, right?
That means I'm the same part too.
Well, they're a very select cult of Rex Felius, okay? So they're Rex Felius is the cat god, but they kind of worship a nasty little fae that's allied with the cat god, the cat lord. So they're not horrible, but they're not necessarily good. Okay, they can be horrible if you're on the wrong side, but it's okay. Nothing you got to worry about. But anyhow, Grandma worships the same god. It's okay. She's a little creepy, but what can you do? Yeah. So anyhow, they're clearly here for your grandma. Is what you can surmise. Either one of you, who may now make a. So Ashley and James can make a perception check to determine that you think this is for grandma.
I'm inside.
Oh, you stayed inside? Oh yeah, that's right.
It's
You are.
me that had to go out.
You can probably see through the door, though.
Out or anything?
I did it anyway.
I would say you can probably see through the door, Ashley.
Yeah. You at least with that roll know what's.
I mean, Tato is a pretty big obstruction, but he can be seen around.
You can absolutely. Chat. No, with that roll, you'll know peeking out the window that is definitely Tabaxi Mafia. It's kind of a big deal. Lila, you with your roll enough to be certain that you've heard rumors of a Tabaxi Mafia, but no one in the guards ever proven the existence of no Tabaxi Mafia. Tabaxis absolutely deny any affiliation with Tabaxi Mafia. They don't exist. They're a myth, a ghost in the night. They do not exist. But you're pretty sure that's what you see here. What? Yeah.
I would probably have to let. I'd give a little message to Ochet. Hey, Ochet, I think they're here for Grandma.
So you're gonna step back inside and tell her?
Yeah, you have to step inside and tell me.
I'll go to the door.
Mhm.
Open it up for her, enough for her to see it. So, hey, they're here to see Grandma.
And I say, hold on. Oh shit!
I'm It's okay. Just go tell Grandma.
I nudge Tato in the ribs while we're out there, and I say, "You hear that, Tato? Oh, Chet just said, oh shit."
I told you that's what her name is.
And then I go back to where I was at, out front, where basically I'm just watching, being polite and everything, not doing anything aggressive.
Okay.
And they
just kind of like, stand there unless someone tries to engage them in small talk.
Do I go up and tell Grandma?
Yeah, you can go. You're gonna go up and tell Grandma.
Yep.
I really hope you do. All right. So I mean, it's gonna take a little bit. So if anyone wants to converse with these guys, now's your time. This is the ability the chance to role play. Because once Grandma comes out, I'm not even gonna role play her encounter with him. She's just I'm gonna tell you what happens, and she's gonna be gone. So this is your opportunity to role play with him.
I will say, well, my good new friends, why not come in and have a drink, and while you wait for your friend, and if this is my friend Tato, and of course I am Zaid Battleflare, renowned bard, and pretty good with the loot, and I'll just kind of like strum a few keys on the loot, or strum a few chords on the loot.
Yes, come
Keys on the
in
loot.
and
Yes, shut up, Rich. Rich is like
have a seat at the
musician
bar.
cringe.
Okay.
You know
All
the
right.
keys on the loot. You know.
Make your roll, Mister.
So-
Whichever one you want to
you got
make.
you got a key loot.
Yeah,
as
it's
opposed to
it's
a
like one of
guitar.
those keyboard guitars. But it's a loot.
Enjoy our hospitality.
Looking
Say-
at him.
Please make me a check appropriate to the skill you intend to use if you're using skills with this invitation.
I'm going to try
Okay.
to woo them with some music.
Okay.
If I can find my loot. I can't find my loot. Oh, there it is.
Maybe I stole the loot.
Oh, very nice,
It
sir.
still rolls 25.
Right. So you invite them in. They come in. You offer them wine.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So
I think that's pretty much like the majority of all we have is like wine, right? Like, because we don't have that much ale right now, right? Because we didn't fix the problem yet.
I
No,
think
you
I will
got
assist
supplies.
be polite.
Supplies.
Sorry, what
You
was
got
that?
you got general supplies for the group of people that live there. So like enough milk and stuff for the people that are there, and whatever you need for your grand opening that you don't have to buy right before it. So like you know what I
then
mean. You might not have it.
Okay, we'll give them ale then.
Okay. All right. So most of the dudes sit outside. The two Leone and the guy that talked and two more big kind of tough looking tabaxi come in, and that's all that come into the tavern. The Leone do not sit. They kind of just stand. One of the guys sits at the bar looking towards the door, and then the other two sit at whatever table you direct them to. Of course, one of them makes sure they're watching the door. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
one's watching the stairs, no matter how they set.
Understandable.
So you give them some wine. Grandma still isn't. Dad still isn't back from getting Grandma down. So you're passing out wine. Or ale?
Ale, yep.
Yep. So and are you trying to pass it out to everyone, or are you handing some to someone else, telling them to take it out on the deck for the ones outside, or just give them ale to the ones inside?
I will mostly give it to the ones inside, and I will try to see if anybody's willing to, take some to the ones outside too, kind of thing. Kind of like try to delegate everybody, kind of.
I probably should do that then.
Okay.
I'll say, like Furball, help me, quench
I'll
these
help
good
you
gentlemen's thirst, like that kind of thing.
I help out.
All right, so you go outside, you're passing out. They're kind of grateful, and they look you up and down. They show you some respect.
I show
So
them respect too.
um as you're passing out, the leader guy, the only refused, but the leader guy says, "Done nice with the place. It was a dump before." About that time, Laja, you come up and yeah, the place is full of tabaxi, and these two big, scary-looking lion-like type of tabaxi were both missing the same eye as the grandma thing. And you got bad news too, like because the guy has found multiple, like, just all kinds of tracks for tons. He says there's got to be tons of rats here, tons. And you find a lot too while you're down there.
So I said, well, it's your job. Then get rid of them. You're the exterminator.
He tells you he's still taking his little assessment. Where he tells you what he knows we can do. So
Okay.
after that, you probably head upstairs to what you see the scene upstairs. Zaid's
I'm
passing out.
just I'm just
what?
gonna keep quiet, and I'm just gonna stand behind the bar and just see what happens. See as it unfolds.
Okay. All right. So what do you say as he says this to you, Zaid?
As he says,
We
what?
first he says
Oh, that
says
about
you
it being a dump, you mean?
was a dump before you guys did nice with it.
He says, I say, why, thank you, kind sir. I say, but, you're right. It still is, it still is in need of some work, but we're getting on it. We're cleaning it up. Perhaps you
When
and your
have you been
friends,
here before?
perhaps you and your friends would like to frequent it.
Well, you never know.
Then Shay just asked something too. Lila did.
Yep, I heard her. He looks over and says, "Well, young lady, it's been closed for a while, but I come in once or twice shortly before it closed down when I was younger. Anything else? No. Just want to kind of sit in awkward silence, which is probably what I would be doing.
I say, I will probably, like be playing in between, serving, kind of thing, like.
Just go ahead and give me another performance check. Shut up.
Ew.
Not as good.
Oh, broken string. It
Oh,
happens.
second string.
It happens.
And the cat's in the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon.
Perhaps if I wouldn't have
we
keys
hate
on
that
my
song.
lute. Perhaps if I wouldn't have keys on my lute.
Lila, what instrument are you playing?
I think she just thought she needed to make a performance check too.
Oh, but no, you don't have to make a performance check unless you're trying to perform with him, which I wouldn't do. That's his job. But you should have a pretty high, about the same bonuses to charisma as he does, because you're same primary attribute. Anyhow, yeah.
I think she's actually got a better
that
charisma than I do.
Well, with the lack of enemies in this, with the lack of enemies today, there's only so much for the warrior and this party to do.
Yeah. That is true. So Graham will come down after a little bit. He asked to speak with her in private. When they do speak, it's her and him and one of the two Leone. The rest of them kind of sit and kind of hang out, and they laugh a little bit and kind of tell some slightly crude jokes and stuff amongst themselves that you guys can like awkwardly laugh at if you want, but it's fairly uncomfortable. I mean, these are clearly a group of dangerous individuals in here. After a little while, Randy comes out, looks at the kids, the cats, the tabaxis, and says, "Stay here until I return," and leaves.
Before
with-
she,
hold on, and leaves with the guy, the guy. It's her, the main guy. Him and her walk out. The other Leone walks up to the two Leone talk. They and the two guard guys go upstairs, gather up Elric and Sa. As she's walking out, she tells this granny's walking out. She tells the tabaxi to stay, and she'll lean into Furball and says, tells them, "I'll take your sister for help now. Stay here until we return."
Will do.
And so you guys see them taking your friends, the Tabaxi Mafia. Now, those of you who have been here see the Tabaxi Mafia taking your friends out of this building, and the old lady just going with them. She tells her kids to stay here, whispers something to the boy, and leaves.
I'll try to stop her and say, "Where are you taking our friends?"
They're taking to heal them.
Yeah, you don't stop her, like the big mafia kind of guy steps in between, like go forward, and he kind of steps.
I'll say, "Where are you taking our friends?"
You just James just said something.
Yep. I ignore him and
Said you heard your friend.
They are going to go
still direct my question at Grandma.
Oh, she's on her way. She ain't fucking around. You didn't think this old lady could move this fast. Like they're seriously trying to save people. Would be
Right
your
now.
guess.
They're doing healing stuff.
Yeah,
Stuff that's beyond my capabilities.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's her brother telling you that. What do you got to say to him, sir? Sir Dragon-faced McDragony?
I'm still ignoring him.
You're still ignoring him. Stop being difficult, man. I'm trying to remove them
And
until I need.
I now want to answer from Grandma.
Grandma don't answer you.
I know, that's why I'm following after her, asking her where she's taking my friends.
Grandma will give you her evil eye, dude. You're gonna piss off the rest of the fucking evil flavors. Tidings. Serious. I mean, I will take the wisdom saving throw. Again, 17. I mean, you do have the best wisdom in the party.
Is he gonna really try to force the issue?
He might. It sounds like it. I mean, she can take care of herself.
I know, but I could, if I need to, I will do this. I say, I would recommend you stay here with us, please. I don't want to have to resort to commanding you to stay, please. I don't like to do that way.
PvP, PvP, PvP.
Do it. Let's do it right here, right now. My money's on the Dragonborn.
My money.
I know.
I see.
All right,
Maybe-
well,
I don't know. That paladin might be pretty bad.
all right, I will look at him and say,
Trust me. It's okay. I
It's
give
so
you
sad.
my word as
I will look at him and tell him to sit down.
Sit down. Come on, PvP, PvP. Come on, this is the best way to collect Constitution points.
You don't have to do anything.
No.
You just
I don't have to do
Yeah.
anything.
I was told to stay here. I wasn't told to sit, so I'm just staying up right where I'm at.
Ooh,
I'm here to help and protect.
sir, are you
Sit down.
sure you would like to cast that spell?
No, I'm not
Yes.
going to cast anything.
No, that's not him. He's
No,
not
that's
asking you.
me.
He's asking someone else.
I'm telling you to sit down.
I did just hand out the code legal.
I didn't cast anything.
No, it's not you. He's saying John. He's saying somebody
You
else.
don't have the code.
He's talking to
You would
someone
know
else.
no
James.
better.
He's asking you if you would like to cast that spell, John.
Let me look at it.
I mean, it
again.
is the best way to have two characters that are exiled from Waterdeep.
Let me look at it again.
This won't be your first one.
Yeah, that is true. I already have one.
I figured it depended on what the command is.
It don't matter. Command's illegal. If he gets in trouble, if he gets caught doing that,
Yeah,
And there's a-
according to the code legal, you cannot charm another person.
Charm, yeah, force someone to do something.
Okay, because it's an enchantment.
target in.
Yeah, command is considered a
Okay.
charm spell.
Okay.
Against citizens.
So he's basically just saying, sit down, sit your butt down, or.
Okay, then-
I don't feel like sitting
Yeah,
down.
but
I feel like sitting
it's
up.
a different.
legs.
It's a different if he casts the spell, because if he casts the spell, you may feel like sitting down.
Right.
True.
The other difference is Lila's right there, and she is part of the mage police of Waterdeep. Like, she just got out of active duty from a 6-month tour with them. Right? So there's that too, and you know that. So,
But at the same time, I can't exactly blame his suspicions. Can we really trust these people?
I'm saying, as my honor, it's okay.
Should I fix this?
no, if you want, otherwise I do have a way
Okay,
to fix it.
Zayd will say, well, he does make a point. Who are you for us to trust that we are letting our friend go to do the right thing? And he says that to Furball.
She is my grandmother.
No,
Fox is my
your
cousin.
grandmother isn't our friend. The one-eyed cat is none of our concern. I'm talking about Socks.
You said
She's
so.
my cousin.
She's your
She's
cousin?
my cousin.
Oh,
Yes.
No,
well,
Esther Goof.
well.
No,
See, had we
this
known
is so
that.
Mother, daughter.
What? What?
Oh, Chet's sister. I'm the cousin.
No, you're the brother. Or that's the cousin.
You may know Chad's the cousin. Silly.
Oh, that's the cousin, you're the brother, James.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I messed it up.
So
Yeah,
okay, so you're the
so-
brother. Either way, Zayd says, "Oh well, had we known that from the beginning, perhaps, or maybe somebody else did know that." And he looks around, and he's like, "But
Well-
had I known that from the beginning, I'd have felt much better. Don't you feel much better, Tato?"
Yes, I do feel much better knowing that. I just thought it was a stranger taking them off.
So you're Socks's family.
Yes.
So you're not here for the rat problem?
I will help anyone that needs to help. I told that. Stay here to help. I will stay and help.
Well, that's unlucky.
You want me to fry some rats? I'll be happy to go fry some rats with claws.
At that moment,
I feel better. I feel better with you taking them.
comes the rat catcher. He says, yes, you have a horrible infestation. I'm going to go take a look around the outside of the building if that's okay.
Hey, they're the boss.
If that's part of your job, go ahead and do it.
Are the halflings
Okay, so-
are the halflings back yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to escort them or just help with wherever?
I look at Tato and kind of narrow my eyes and I say, perhaps we should have Elijah escort him. And I kind of narrow my eyes at Tato, because I just say quietly to Tato, I say, so this guy shows up out of nowhere, nobody hired him, and he's just casing the joint.
I believe he said that one of the half.
No, he said
halflings
somebody's
got
cousin
fired.
or brother or niece or something, but that doesn't mean it was one of our halflings. I just assumed that.
No. He named one of the halflings.
Did he? I don't remember if he did name it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
lingerie. Lingerie the halfling.
Okay. Perhaps we should just let him look about then, I guess.
No. He can still be escorted. But
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Okay, I will-
Laja's good at intimidating, so she can escort.
Yep, I will escort him.
Okay. I was gonna say, if nothing else,
She
I can
goes,
go escort him
while
because I'm
he
good
looks
at
around-
annoying people. So you know.
Right.
That's true.
Perfectly fine. All right. So that is that. A little while later, one of the halflings comes back. The second one you hired, she informs you that the cook she knows can be here tomorrow to cook
Okay.
a sample meal.
Excellent.
Shortly there, the other one comes back and says the cook she knows can't be here for 2 days.
That still gives us time.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna go ahead with the cook-off.
Yes.
Chili
Yes.
cook-off?
We'll go ahead with the cook-off.
All right. So, now, here's the thing. After a little while, Laja, you're going around. He's pointing out this, okay? Like, all these spots that they're going in. He's like climbing under. Like he's really looking around the base of the. So he's pointing like they're getting in through all these spots, and I want you to understand that although he does his job that well, I mean, he clearly knows what he's doing. He doesn't super describe what he's doing, but he's pointing at a lot of holes, Laja.
Does it make sense to me that these would be entrances for rodents coming in?
Would you like
Oh,
to
do they
make some?
look like?
Would you like to make some
Sure.
form of check to determine if you're really good at determining that, or if you're miserable at it, or not?
I'm miserable at it, but that doesn't mean I can't roll dice.
Obviously, this I'm going to make you skill. We're giving you all the advantages here, and he's putting them out to you so you have advantage.
I bet the key's on my loot that he'll do well.
She, come on, man. Okay, I would think the question is it?
It is fun.
I'm
Thank you,
really
Tima.
looking at.
It's either perception, investigation, something like that, because you're looking at the holes, right? And he's pointing them out to you so you have advantage. So you get to pick whichever one of them. What is it? Investigate, perception, and there's one more. Why can't I
I
think
don't know,
of it?
survival.
Insight.
Nature.
Or nature, sure. Survival or nature, even any one of them. And then you, Rich, you just need to make that roll, and you even had advantage on it, but you don't really need it. Look at that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so much so, sir, that you're not so sure that these holes are chewed. They almost look drilled.
I will put that question to our nervous. To me, these look like they may have been excavated, drilled, not gnawed by rodents. I've known some rodents.
In his poor Bobcat Gold interpretation that gives me a headache to do for too long. He confirms he says he asked you he was set, basically comments he was wondering if you'd catch that. He was going to point it out after a couple more holes, but yeah, he confirmed.
What's he now?
Yeah. He suggests that it appears that this is sabotage, sir, or ma'am. Ma'am, this is clearly sabotage.
Can
Have
you
you
determine how
Can
old
what?
they are? Because can he determine how old or can I determine with a 17 or 19 survival, how old it looks like? But like is there dust and other stuff around them? Have they kind of collapsed in, or do they look moderately fresh? Because that could have been what was the fall of the old inn before we even got it, or it could be against us specifically.
So out here, you don't see any dust or nothing, but you do have a faint recall, like a little, where you're doing something and you just kind of remember something else for a moment, and you flash back to when you were in the basement. He was pointing stuff out. He was pointing out these weird little piles of like sawdust in weird spots in the basement, but he couldn't find no signs of it up in the rafters or anywhere he was looking. But you had to come up because of what was going on, so you didn't get to find out. But yeah, so he's like, yeah, so you remember that. So you have a pretty good idea. It seems like he might be right.
Oops.
He's probably freshly drilled in.
Well, that is interesting information. If I'm going to, let's go, why don't all of us go back and you give your report to the group, and I'll back you up on that. And we'll let them all discuss it. Does that sound like a good idea?
Sure. He agrees.
Sure.
He's still intimidated by you. Ain't done nothing to remove that. Even try. I mean, not like it's easy. But what's the sense of doing 2 ones on a charisma check in the same day, Rich? Come on, have some faith. You can do these things. But anyhow, as you come in, the halflings are back. They're a little surprised, but they, just get to work. The one says recognizes him, shows whatever and says hi, but she's off doing whatever, cleaning dishes or whatever from all the guests. Which at this point, as she's out there cleaning, she comes in with some dirty dishes, and she's like, "Oh, we got more people starting to show up."
Oh. Well, this is good news.
Yes. There's good news. More people, and the exterminator guys goes, "Oh no, you can't be serving anything if the hospitalers or whatever the heck they call it, the inn guild finds out, they'll revoke your membership."
Well, luckily we don't. Yes, you're absolutely right.
That's why
We're not
we've
serving
been.
food yet.
We're not serving food. We're just serving drinks, and we're doing it outside.
I don't know. You might be able to get away with it, but I would be leery if I was you. But anyhow, I don't want to do his voice, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's
why we want you to plug this up or whatever you do to.
The first halfling says, "Just take care of your work and don't worry about things." And the second one, she agrees with it. She's like, yeah. And she's a little prettier, and she smiles real big at the little goofy kid, and he's like, oh, he gets all giggly, and he goes about doing his work.
So I guess you like them small. No, nothing wrong with that.
Bryn probably looked like the way I got her around here. She probably looks like she's like, 16, maybe at the most. But she's a halfling, so they all look young. They're all tiny. They all look
really
like little
32.
kids. Yeah, I'm really 40.
You're only 32.
Yeah.
She's really like 100.
Yeah.
So the report is that holes have been drilled in the thing, and so Elijah.
Okay, so do you think your mafia friends there, Furball and Ochet, do you think your mafia friends and your mafia grandmother had anything to do with, I don't know, maybe
Your mama.
perhaps drilling holes into our establishment?
Okay,
I just got here. I'm just following Grandma. She said for me to stay here.
But cats don't like rats. That don't make sense. Right, James? Cats don't like rats. That don't make sense. Why would they do it?
Yeah. Well, true. Why would they do it?
I go to one of the halflings and I say, hey, can you vouch for this rat catcher guy? The with Lingry, right? I believe it was that.
She assures you that her uncle legitimately owns an extermination business. It's one of his guys.
Well, yes, but you understand how legitimately owning a extermination business, you would benefit by a place infested with rats, correct?
Oh, she is kind of taken aback.
Ooh. Even I wouldn't say that, Zaid. Wow.
Well, that's because you're not as business-minded as I am.
Bran, she's like, she peeks her head off from cleaning, washing dishes. She goes, sir, did you talk to my cousin? Like, did you just speech?
Now see what you've done, Zaid. You've taken her tongue.
So many apologies. I'm not meaning to imply this. Perhaps there is a rival exterminator, though, and perhaps this rival exterminator has done this to us, and in an effort to how do you say, undo your uncle's business. Perhaps you never
How
know.
many exterminators do you know?
Why don't you go ahead and make a persuasion check there, Zayd? Good enough.
Oh, not very good.
But good enough. She's like, oh, maybe you're right. And she just kind of shuffles back into the kitchen and back to doing her dishes.
First clarified poison, and now sabotage of your tower?
Apparently.
Well, just the other day, someone, well, I guess you're all friends. The other day, someone had nearly taken the roof off the place with some sort of fire.
Lightning.
Lightning.
Was that a lightning bolt?
Fire lightning. Yes, lightning fire. I don't know. It was something that blew the roof off, and we had to patch it, and, you know.
Yes, it almost hit me.
Perhaps this is all related, though. Perhaps the damage to the roof and the damage to the building is somehow related.
Shay, you will know that the mage you had recently caught when you was on that the project with Kiro happened to have multiple charges for using fire-based magic in the city of Waterdeep. He was in trouble, but that might be the same guy, and if it is, he was caught and put away for whatever his appropriate crime punishment was. It was bad. You're not sure what happened to him. That's not your job, but you know he was captured, sent before a magistrate.
An evoker.
So would Lila share that with us?
Well, it's up to Shay if Lila shares that or not.
I can't be sure if it's connected, but we did come across someone with that kind of MO not too long ago. But if it is him, he's no longer in trouble because he was arrested.
Arrested, you say? Ah, he is in jail now. Ah, good. Good, very good. And Zayd walks off muttering to himself something about he's obviously made friends with the rats in the jail cell, and he's got his magic at work, and these rats have come and invaded us. They've even bought hand drills of sorts somehow. And just kind of going off muttering to himself.
Well, we need to patch those holes up for sure.
Wonderful, wonderful. What I do with my glasses?
There's definitely some sort of magic afoot.
Magic rats.
I mean,
I hate magic rats.
Magic hand drilling rats.
so we,
All right. So after many hours, well into the evening, after the big parade has happened, okay, you managed to sell a nice chunk of ale and wine, needing to restock. But, as you sell outside, you do make 250 gold pieces
Cool.
that night.
Nice.
The exterminator reports that he's laid down traps, poisons, and plugged all the holes with cork for now, and you'll have to hire a carpenter to come in and plug them more permanently, or you'll have to glue them in if you don't want someone to. But this will keep rats shouldn't do anything, at least for tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow to see what we find.
would a mason be a other choice, Joe?
Mason would be, well, I mean, you'd have to tear off about 3 inches of wood of the level of the and add.
Okay.
So no, probably
Okay.
not. But that's a good idea. But
Sorry.
no. Yes. All right. So the day goes. You guys made a little bit of money.
Nice.
The next day, is the big day for the first sample cook. Everyone's hanging out. Still no word from Grandma or the Tabaxi Mafia. Okay.
All right.
About midday, the girls show up, because I assume you're not just having them come and hanging out during the day. You're probably having them come midday because you're going to be a bar or tavern, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
First one is Lingerie. Then a little bit later, Bryn shows up. Bryn shows up with the two more halflings. These are males. She introduces her cousin Kelso.
What is it, Kelso?
Kelso Fiddlewick. Kelso Fiddlewick. The other younger, little bit even shorter male halfling is named Dasher Snow Beetle, and he's his apprentice.
What was the last
So
name?
he's his Snow Beetle.
Slow Beetle?
SNO. Snow Beetle. Snow Beetle.
Okay, how do you spell it?
SNOBEEDLE.
Oh, okay. D-L-E, okay.
Alright. So they come in. They take a look around, do some inspecting. They introduce themselves. Well, he introduced himself. He immediately sends the apprentice, asks to have the apprentice shown to the kitchen while he discusses with you the situation. Again, his name's Kelso. He has a couple, like 2 or 3 places he's worked before. This is not the guy that worked at the bar that burned.
What
But,
does Kelso look like?
he's a fairly
Younger, older?
halfling. He's probably middle aged. A little bit of gray in his blonde hair. His nose is a little too big and a little too red for him to not spend a little too much time in the sauce. But I mean, he doesn't smell like booze right now.
Right. Okay.
So he doesn't look at all like Ashton Kutcher.
No, not at all. Can't help But man, what am I supposed to do about the guy's name, man? I mean, you guys caught that one, but none of you caught the cameo from the D&D cartoon earlier, though.
I didn't hear that one either. What was that one?
Sheila Purple Cloak. Come on.
Oh, I get it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah, we even asked for the spelling and everything.
all right. So comes he talks to you. Want to ask me anything, or do you want to just have him do his cooking? And I tell you what we find out, and you go from there.
We'll just do that. The second
okay.
option.
So he cooks. At some point during the cooking, maybe 20 minutes in, the apprentice comes out. He informs you that you don't have an ingredient that's needed, and he's running to get it. And he'll be back shortly. It won't affect the timing and the preparation of the dish at all. And he leaves.
All right.
20 minutes later, he comes back. The council comes out during this time and assures you everything's fine. You didn't have a particular herb halflings are fond of. I don't know, make something up. Tenderfoot root or something. I don't care. What's that? But anyhow.
Pipeweed.
Pipeweed. Long bottom leaf.
A little bit later, the apprentice comes back. He's not gone very long, and the cook's back cooking. And he shows up, but he's got another young girl, another halfling girl with him who looks a lot like Kelso, but much younger and definitely not with a much better charisma score than Kelso. And the apprentice introduces Danica, Kelso's daughter, and she's comes in and she's got this big basket. She opens it up and you smell some really good baked goods, some really good biscuits that she brings in, and the apprentice runs back into the kitchen, and you hear the cook berating him for taking too long. And stuff, but things are going on, everything's going along according to plan, and after a little while, you're served a meal. So, who all wants to get served? If you want to get served, I'm going to. There's plenty.
I will get served.
I'm sitting down.
Anyone else?
Me.
Cat?
I will
I love.
watch you.
If I'm offered, I don't mind.
Lila?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Everybody. All right. Thank y'all. Please make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay.
Is that
Make
bad,
a what
huh?
kind of throw?
A
Constitution.
DC 12 Constitution saving throw. A 4, that's a fail.
Ouch.
16, that's a nice save. Oh, a 3, that's a really good fail. A 5, that's a fail. All right, so anyone who fails is not very fond of the halfling dish. However, those of you who passed have a superior palate and appreciate the value of this halfling dish. Now, Zayd will be able to inform you, although it's not, whether he chooses to tell you this publicly in front of everyone or not, privately, however, it's not exactly the best of this he's ever had, but it's definitely in the top 7 of this particular halfling dish he's ever had. None of the rest of you had halfling food, so.
Torboss says it's too rich, too rich in taste and everything, like too high value for his taste.
Yeah, that probably I agree with that. Not enough meat. Well, I mean, there's probably a lot of meat, but probably spice to that.
Zayd says,
Needs more-
yes, this
needs
is
more
definitely for a
mushrooms.
more
This
sophisticated
is exotic.
Needs more fire mushrms. That's all I can say. This thing is bland to my palate.
palate. He says, well,
It's all right. I could choke it down.
oh, yes, it's for a sophisticated palate. You definitely, it can be an acquired taste. It's not often you've tried grilled flail snail, but if you can eat grilled flail snail appropriately and have a good, this is almost the best I've had.
Just pass me
Yes.
the hot sauce. That's what I
Yeah.
got.
No,
Pass
this
the
is this is very very well prepared. Tastes good.
You hear a dish break in the kitchen. Sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to let you know.
Were we all saying it out loud?
No, I don't know how old you probably weren't heard from the kitchen. You just hear the dish break in the
Okay.
kitchen.
My compliments to the chef, but what we are going to be preparing here is probably more tavern food. Probably like a stew or something local cuisine wise. Probably a little
Something they
bit
call
less
goblin fingers.
Look, all I can say is, for those of you who didn't like it, if you would have tried the rat like I suggested,
No, we are. I'll tell you that.
Boing.
This is a delicious meal, but probably
Okay,
won't be on our menu.
Oh, well, did he offer a little bit of rat?
oh my goodness.
Dinner would have been.
It'll be under.
I will definitely consider you for the position. You just probably won't be cooking this high of a meal for us.
He understands that that he just wanted to make sure it was a special meal, and he thanks his daughter for bringing the wonderful biscuits, and he hoped you enjoyed them. And they wander out.
Do we roll again for the biscuits to see if we like those better separately?
If you'd like, sure. I don't have a
Oh,
problem.
the biscuits, on the other hand, those were fabulous. Furball didn't care for them either.
Biscuits are too dry, apparently.
So,
Oh,
The cat-
it's got a big cat. Love
the cats just don't like anything.
Kitty.
Anyone else? If the biscuits are better than the, I don't care. You don't have to. I mean, the biscuits are like though. People like biscuits except for cats.
Okay, now
That's
I will do that too. I will see how I like the biscuits. Meh,
How the
they're
biscuits
all
you
right.
like?
Meh, they're all right.
Yeah. I've heard rumors that cats have something related to reptiles with them. That's why they got the slit in their eyes, which makes sense why you wouldn't like the biscuits as well. But Furball seems to like them, so
No, this is about the rat.
We're all like
What?
I'm
giraffes.
thinking about the rat too.
Nobody cooked any rat, so
No, it's running in his mind. Like, I'll give it a try.
oh well.
I wouldn't eat any of the rats in the place because they're all being poisoned.
That's your opinion for the night. The next day, the other cook comes in. He's human, he's more prim, more proper. He shows up later, closer towards evening after you've already been there, and he shows up and he doesn't have an apprentice with him. He ain't got nothing. He walks in, he introduces himself as Caleb Surefire. It's Caleb Surefire.
Yep. Oh,
Um,
okay, I thought I had it.
the Bryn kind of looks when he walks in and does a double look and looks at the fuck did I name that one? I can never remember it. Linny? Linny? She calls her Linny. I'm just gonna have her call her Linny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Bryn and Lynn.
Bryn and Lynn. Yeah, she's just gonna call her Lynn. That's Lynn for short. Look, it kind of gives Lynn a little bit of a funny look, and she's like, she shrugs her shoulders, and you kind of see her mouth something to her. And the guy's kind of got a little bit of arrogant air to him. First, he introduces himself rather properly. He presents his documents, and he's been a long-standing member of the guild, and he's a member of multiple guilds, and he's got multiple different, all these little badges attached to his paperwork in multiple different places he's worked, and this guy's kind of impressive, but he kind of seems like a dick. All right, but he's got some impressive credentials.
I vote that we hired the other guy.
This guy sounds too much like Zayd already.
I don't know if that's an insult.
Some type of culture or any kind of check that would say if maybe you've heard of this cook.
All right, let me do. I guess history, maybe.
Whatever you want, man.
All right.
Whatever you want. Look at that.
Whoa!
You
Nailed
totally wonder who this is. This guy was the guy. The royals and stuff were having this guy go around. But one time, the king of Koromar made a face at a dish he made, and he went ballistic on him. And so he's been missing for
One could understand if that was Escar Flo.
he's been missing for 2 years, right? So no one knows where he's been. Obviously, he's been hiding out in this little dive tavern someplace, right? But here's your guy. This is big because if this guy, he's good. I mean, if word got out you had this guy,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you're a long way from Koromar. You might be able to.
Well, on that
really
note, I will say to the guy, we really could use a chef of your talents, but we're just serving simple meals, and I'm afraid that
You're over.
you're probably not well liked in high society, so I don't know how much we can pay you, and I don't know if you're maybe overqualified.
What are you doing? Let him cook something for us first.
Yep, give it love to a try.
All right, fine. We'll give you a chance. We'll give you a shot. Perhaps make us something.
Okay. So he goes
Get a
into
free gourmet meal.
the kitchen. Bryn and Lynn kind of in and out and stuff, and you kind of hear them maybe possibly having little quiet conversations about themselves, about stuff.
Can we randomize what he makes?
Can you? Sure, if you would like to randomize what
All
he
right.
makes.
Who wants to roll?
I'll roll.
All right, John.
What
Roll
do I
me a
make?
D100.
Okay.
Well, how many
I hope
courses
it's not
are there?
flail snailed.
The flail snail. That was pretty fun, right? I just came up with the flail snail idea, and then I found it. So.
Roll a D100.
14.
I like it.
There it is, 14.
Oh, you're gonna love it. I think Laja's gonna love this one. Okay. Anyways,
Does
so
it have mushrooms in
mushroom casserole.
it? Mmm.
Raja, You don't even have to roll. You can choose if you like this one. But he's good. However, make your Constitution saving throw DC 11 at advantage because he is good. He's that damn good.
Is that everybody or
Everybody.
everybody?
Everybody.
Okay. At advantage.
Except for Lodge,
I
she
will-
don't even make the roll. She can choose to.
I choose to. No, I choose to succeed at the roll.
Everybody rolls.
Yep. Everybody
Everybody.
rolls that.
Oh, look
you
at that! I got a nat 20.
I think he's okay.
Oh, this is. Oh.
There's something.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Zayd only got a 12, but that still succeeds, and even the other one succeeds. But Zayd is kind of like, the mushrooms, perfect for bar food.
He's a little tainted by his worries about high society and maybe him being frowned off. Right? So I can see that. But man, that was good. Right? And Zayd sees dollar signs though. Whether he feels
Yeah, but he's not going to let anybody know that he sees dollar signs.
Zayd knows that they could probably allow him to cook and make 3 or 4 times what they could normally make out of this place if they allowed him to and concentrated instead of being an inn and a gambling hall, just a fine dining establishment.
We lost Rich momentarily.
He's
You'll
got
have to share that with everybody if you want.
Okay, I will only share a little bit, and I will say I think we need to definitely hire this guy. We need to figure out how much he wants, though, because he might be quite expensive. There he is.
I was wowed so much by it.
Yeah.
Elijah was
That
so
makes sense.
wowed she blacked out.
That's right. It was that good.
Did you catch what Zayd said?
No, he wasn't
No,
here.
no. What did he say?
I said, I think that we should hire this guy, and I think that we need to see, how much he is, because he could be quite expensive. But if nothing else, we could use him as a special chef to certain customers.
Ooh. Special clientele.
Okay.
So maybe we want to hire both the other cook and this guy, but have this guy only be here on like weekends or something like that.
He's gone again. I think he's having technical difficulties.
I guess it depends. I guess it depends on how much this guy wants.
Well, he wants a few things. He wants to be head chef. He doesn't mind if you hire the other chefs, but if they, he gets to choose their shifts when they work. He gets to sample theirs before their final agreement to be hired. And he does want a good salary. It's going to increase your monthly cost from 60 gold a month or 10 day. Was it 60 gold? Let me double check this.
I don't
Hold on.
know.
It's this one.
Ow.
Are you having connection issues, Rich?
Yes. Sorry. I'm sure I mixed up the who's where.
No, now you're good.
So yeah, it's regularly gonna cost you 60 gold per 10 day, right?
Right.
It's gonna cost you a couple extra gold because you're paying the waitresses a little bit better.
Mhm.
So we'll say it's an extra gold per waitress per 10 days. So it's 62, right? Because you got 2 waitresses. We'll say one more for each cook that you hire. So the cook and let's say the other cook would be 2 a 10 day, and the assistant would be another 1. So that'll take you to
And then how
65.
much? Yep. And then how much does this guy want?
This cook is going to take you straight up to 100 per 10 day.
Okay. I will try to haggle with him.
But let me explain to you how this works. For every gold piece you spend per 10 day,
Yeah.
half of that goes into a roll, a bonus to a roll for how much you make.
Oh, okay. So it behooves us to spend a little bit more for.
It does behoove you to spend more. Okay.
Will these people also want to take charge of making the purchases because they'll want to know what food they want to have, and they might have the connections with the places to get the food?
If you ask him to manage the restaurant, he will agree to do that for 5% of the profit.
And if we would ask him, does he have connections, and we would assume he'd be able to get very reasonable prices for the food, and does he also handle like the ale and wine and that type of stuff? Does he have connections to do that, or is that not something that's within his wheelhouse?
Wait.
Yes.
If he's going to be head chef, I want the other cook to be the manager.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. He's not too keen on that.
Exactly.
He wants more money if he's got to be managed by another cook.
Yeah. Well, I don't want him to be head chef and restaurant.
He says he does know where you can possibly find a good maitre d' to manage it, and he has a list of some that you might be able to convince to come.
What's your concern, John?
He's rightfully concerned. The dude's got too much control. He's got control of the kitchen. He's got control of the whole place.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to try to use my persuasion with him to allow the other guy to be the manager, anyways. Because he wants more money. So, at the same price, but I'm going to show him my signet ring.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, do you know what this means, right? And if not, perhaps I could tell you. And I'm going to say, I am actually Zadian Roaringhorn. And who knows, perhaps in a year, maybe two, your name working for the Roaringhorn family will elevate back to cooking for kings.
He pulls you aside. Says, someone of your caliber might recognize some of these names, and he lists off 3 potential maitre d's, people who manage restaurants. 2 of them are like well known. Yeah, you'd spend more on them, but you'd probably make a lot more too by having these guys here. The potential for money does go up with at least 2 of these, and the third one, you've heard the name before, but you don't know much about him.
Okay, I will take it into consideration and go pull Tato and Laja and Lila and Ochette and the other, Furball all aside and kind of explain to them, what's up with that, and say, should we consider the offer of a maitre d'?
I think so. If you're looking to reduce price, people with large egos like to put their names on things. Would you consider offering him putting his name on the restaurant?
No.
The inn could still be the inn, could whatever we call it, but the separate restaurant could have his name, or he could name it. Does that it sounds? I heard a no, all right, but I just wanted to float that.
It says inn, but there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 bedrooms, and there's a lot of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that seems feasible, but the only problem would be is this guy's name is not. It is a double-edged sword
right now.
It is a double-edged sword. So his name is associated with good food, but it is also associated with don't hire him.
Hold on, guys.
Well,
Fair
at
enough.
least Pepper.
And do we wanna wrap up, Joe? Because it's 9:49. So
We can wrap up.
okay.
So
I
I'll
think
make some.
we'll hire this guy. Yes, is that the
Okay.
agreement?
Yes. Yes.
And we'll look into the maitre d'. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then we'll go from there, kind of thing. And then
Yes.
maybe offering him on the same token, Rich, maybe offering him to name a dish after himself.
Okay.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
a good idea.
Or
That's a good idea.
a select of dishes. You know, like a
Yes.
selection of
Chef
dishes.
chef special for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
night.
What is his name? I forgot what I said it was. Damn it.
What, his name?
Yeah.
Calum
It's in the-
Surefire.
Yeah.
Surefire fries.
I've even got a nice little token thing for him if you like it.
Perfect.
Yes, we don't want to give him too much power.
Oh, I agree. Just floating some ideas for you to, weigh in on.
And then talked about hiring the other guy.
Because I'd hate to have him mysteriously disappear.
Yeah, that's true. Well, don't give him the money. Don't give him the purse.
Not that I wouldn't make him disappear mysteriously. I just would hate to have to do it.
All right.
I think Lodja is better at disappearing people discreetly. Just, I mean, no offense.
That sets us up with maybe I'll just like kind of so that next time we're like, okay, we're ready. And instead of even having you select the maitre d', you guys, I'm just
Yeah, you
instead
can
of
just
like,
pick one for us and kind of.
Yeah.
well, you can either pick one of the two that you know of, or you can pick the untested guy.
Right.
Now the cook selected all three.
Yeah. I'm inclined to go with the untested guy, but I mean, I think we just pick one of the two that we've heard of probably.
Okay.
I mean, if we're shelling out extra, we want to know that it's a good return, not take a gamble.
Took a gamble.
Or you could interview him, because
Yeah, we could interview
you're
him.
gonna want you're gonna want the one that has the most charm.
Yeah, we could interview him, but that was the whole point. Was he was saying that if we wanted to just hand wave or jump past it, but we don't have to jump past it.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we don't. If you want to interview them, but this would be what, the second or third session in a row with just roleplay.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
and
okay.
Yeah,
I feel attacked.
I'm not saying we can do it that way. We might go through the whole next session too. So
I don't
if
care.
we do it that way,
I don't care
But I
either
don't
way,
care.
so I'm good with either. But
Yeah, we have some new joinees who are hungry for blood, I think.
yeah.
I think, and I got a really neat encounter prepared. So
Okay.
like I was going to get to it tonight, but I just couldn't move along fast enough.
We can hand wave it if you want.
I'm just
Yeah,
listening and tagging along.
I love it. I'm just listening.
Well, good. Thank you all. Thank you. I appreciate you being here and hanging out.
we just love listening to Joe's bell-like tones.
Oh, see, thing is, I may know personally business, but on this, I don't know Jack, so I'm staying quiet about it.
Right. Right. Oh, look at this. We got a Calum Surefire. I just see a character sheet. I don't want a character sheet. Let's add it.
I don't have a sheet in there, but
Perfect. That'll work. Excellent. Excellent.
you see, he's kind of good looking. I figured if he's kind of a dick and he's really famous, he's probably kind of good looking, but not so good looking that he's not seen as a dick.
Gordon Ramsay. He's Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing a stuffed hat. He was wearing a big old
Gordon
hat.
Ramsay of Halflings.
He just thought he was human. He's actually an elf.
Oh, I thought he was a halfling.
Use that for the
The
other
other
one.
one. The other one's Halfling.
The other one, the
Well, I have one for the blonde one too. Hold on one second.
Did you win?
So you're looking at the pull Aether Spark, I'll give it to you.
There
Huh?
you go.
I said, if you're looking at the pull Aether Spark, I want to part with it, I'll give it to
Oh,
you.
there he is.
for free.
Okay.
It's very good.
You wanted to say hi.
Dang it.
I took my medicine and this time I'm not dizzy.
There's Kelso right here, Fiddlewick.
I also sit there and splurge a little bit.
Did you win?
Data, what are you doing with that letter that you got earlier?
Got it on me.
Yeah.
Got it on you.
So this is Kelso here.
Oh, that works. That works.
He
Perfect.
said he was
That's-
blonde.
Yeah, yeah.
Said he was
that
blonde
works.
and a little bit older.
Just like the squirrel that
That's
was
the halfling, though.
bought it.
Yeah. What? He doesn't look like a halfling? Is that what you said?
No, the other guy's human.
Oh, you mean the dick guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll fix
That kind of an elf if you want. I don't care. Are we still live? If we're still live, we'll retcon it.
Yeah, the Kelso guy is the halfling. He's the blonde-haired, bearded guy, but he's
Yeah.
looks a little bit older, a little bit,
Yeah,
beefier. But Calum is a human or an elf.
Yeah, human. Well, we can make him an elf if we're still alive. We can
That
just
don't matter.
retcon it.
I
made
just
it.
make him a human.
All right, perfect. I like it.
You know, I'm gonna.
I took 4, so I did. Yeah, it's like
Let's take an elf earlier.
Anyway, so yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap up. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the next session of this campaign in Deep and Waterdeep.
There you
And thanks for joining us here on Action Surge, where imagination collides with the roll of the dice. We've battled fearsome foes, well, mostly rats, and forged unforgettable memories together. As this session draws to a close, remember the journey never truly ends. Keep rolling those dice and weaving those tales. Farewell, adventurers, and don't forget to check out Action Surge 5e on all the platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, YouTube, etc., etc. Give us likes and subscribes and
X.
follows and all that good stuff. Yeah, X, Twitter,
Bumble.
X, Twixer, and Bumble, yeah, and our what is that? Tinder page.
Tinder.
Our Action Surge OnlyFans. Give us a like and subscribe, and until next time, may all your actions surge.
Surge.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a ticket.
Gather round, adventurers bold in the realm where tales unfold. The podcast of heroes, a quest divine, where imagination takes flight. Let's combine. Roll the dice, let the story begin. Monsters and magic, the battles within.